chat, welcome to another stream. Oh, can you see the plushies again? Dang it. I always forget they're out frame. Anyway, there we go. Plushies. Welcome back. It is Friday, September something. What is today's date? September 25th of 2020, and I did not set up my windows, so let me do that real quick. But welcome to another stream. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Yesterday we did the sponsor stream, which went pretty well. I don't know, I felt like it could have gone better. Because I struggled pretty hard with some of the Azure stuff, but it went pretty well. The plan for today is to catch up on open source stuff, because I haven't talked to you guys about that in a while, because we kind of skipped it yesterday. And I have a bunch of stuff that I've been doing offline. I also have some other stuff to attend to, so you'll see a little bit of open source maintenance and that sort of stuff. And hopefully that will go well. Basically, it'll just be merging a bunch of PRs. But then I have some other stuff to work on. Anyway, we're gonna be doing some open sourcey stuff today. Hopefully that goes well. Who all do we have here today? We've got Beldathis, who's first, who reminds me that I spelled Carmen Sandiego wrong. Yeah, see? I don't know. Yeah, the weirdest thing, you're referring to the video that I put up today about name tuples. The weirdest thing about me putting Carmen Sandiego in that video is, like, not 15 minutes later, I was scrolling Twitter and I got an ad for, like, there's a Carmen Sandiego movie coming up or something, which was, like, I mean, probably, like, I want to think inside my head that it's entirely coincidental, but it's probably that I subconsciously saw that ad first and then wrote it in the video. I don't know. It was a little bit weird for me, but anyway, how's it going, Beldathis? We've also got Angelina next, we've got I Satisfied, we've got Kenbiko, who is Thirst. What? We've also got Peter Yield. Welcome to the stream, Peter Yield. I don't know that I've seen you before. There is music. It's a little bit quiet. You can bump that up a tad. This song is also just kind of quiet, so we'll see what happens there. We've also got El Papa Pig. Hello, hello. And Solus. All right, let's jump into it. So I wanted to go over all of the stuff that I've merged. We actually haven't talked about GitHub stuff since Monday, so there's a bit to talk about here. I guess it's not that much, but actually, yeah, it's kind of a lot. Yeah, so let's just open these up and talk about them, I guess. Most of them are pretty straightforward. A lot of them are just like packaging updates and little things there. And this one we actually did on stream yesterday. While we were working on the Azure stuff, we found that, or I was scrolling through the code because I wanted to see how it worked, and I found that they had these unnecessary no QA comments, and so this was just like a really simple PR where I just removed some unnecessary no QAs and I added one thing to double under all because it was missing. We also reported a bug on this library because the built-in WSGI middleware doesn't work out of the box and gives you this function load error due to an incorrect type checking. But yeah, so we made that yesterday. That was pretty straightforward. Hey, what's up, Jake the programmer? Hello, hello. One thing that happened offline is I've moved the identify library, which Chris created. So it used to be at his name /identify, and it now lives under the pre-commit blanket. So that's where that redirects to now, and so I moved that over and I upgraded a bunch of the configuration there. So for instance, I removed this non-default line length and fixed some of the line lengths and murdered some emojis in the process. I also switched it from having a manual coverage RC to using this library that I wrote called Cov Defaults, which is pretty cool. So I was able to basically delete this coverage RC and replace it with one line of coverage RC here, which is pretty nice. I really like this functionality that coverage has that allows plugins to set defaults, and so I've been taking advantage of that a lot. So did that. Oh, I just realized this is unnecessary. Chris. Nope, it's not there anymore. It's pre-commit identify. Identify. Because we don't need to install pre-commit because it will be installed in its special environment. Yeah. Again, check out origin master, -b, remove unnecessary install. Remove unnecessary install, not needed at test time. Let's actually validate that by running the tests. They move really quickly. But yeah, anyway, added cov defaults to this thing. Also changed the URL because we moved it from Chris's GitHub to my GitHub, so that was a pull request. I also moved from Travis CI to Azure Pipelines, so you can see we deleted the old Travis file here, and we added the new badges and added the new pipeline over here. So I did that. Also I adjusted on precommit.com all of the references to repositories, so I had to update lots of things with renames. Yes, and then we get to other stuff. Okay, cool. This is done. Git push origin head. No single know how says, uh-oh, he got a haircut. Yeah, I did get a haircut. It is true. I have lost all of my programming power because my hairs have been cut. But yeah, that happened on Sunday. It was getting ridiculous. It was getting to the point where I could not manage it, and so I went to a haircut place, which they're open in San Mateo County. So yeah, I incurred a bit of risk and went and got my haircut, but yeah, that happened. Not the emojis, right? But let this says, can I spam your repo with dumb PRs for Hacktoberfest Kappa? I mean, preferably not dumb PRs, but if you have useful things to improve, then feel free. Hey, what's up, Blanky? Hello, hello. Kimiko says, how did you get decent performance from the graphics in your VM? Whatever I do, it always seems sluggish. So I actually go over all of the settings of my VM setup in this video. So if you want to check out that video, you can see exactly how I configure everything. But to be honest, I don't actually use much of the graphics in my VM. Like that window, that Chrome window is not from my VM. But you know, these are reasonably, you know, this lags a little bit, but it's not so bad. Oh, you can't even see on stream. There's an animation here. I don't know why it doesn't show up on stream. But I don't know. It's pretty reasonable. I also don't do much graphically intense stuff in my VM, so I kind of avoid that a little bit. Where did that window go? There we go. And then we wait for this. This should be done. It should be real quick. Oh, pypy, what are you doing, pypy? Oh, you're done. It's just Azure Pipelines is being derpy. Please. I Satisfied says, do you want to add typos that I can fix to your repos? So I did find a spell checker that works pretty well. So if you want to look for typos, you could do that. I'm not going to intentionally introduce them though. I think it's codespell project / codespell. Yeah, so I was looking at this thing the other day. It integrates with precommit too, so if you want to run it with precommit, I would suggest that. Don't add it to my precommit configs because I don't want to run a spell checker all the time, but it can be useful to find stuff. Hey, what's up, MSR? Hello, welcome back. Good to see you. And Rollers, how's it going? No Single Know How says, you didn't go into a fancy salon in San Francisco and then blame the salon for entrapment. No, I didn't, Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. Then again, I think that whole spiel was hilariously overblown, but you know, that's the way things go. I was hoping you had a video. I did indeed have a video. Hey, what's up, Broken Mirrors? Hello. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, we did one thing today. This is a change to pre-commit, which there used to be some special code in the virtual env creation stuff for pre-commit, where it would pass along the real path of the sys.executable. I don't know why this one doesn't real path. Clearly these both should be real path, but there's obviously, you know, a micro bug there, or there used to be a micro bug there. When virtualenv did its rewrite, it changed how it did executable discovery, and so this thing became less necessary. I've also noticed I'm peaking my audio a lot today. I wonder if my microphone settings got reset. Let me check that. Or maybe I'm just really, really excited. Device properties. No, that's a little bit high. Usually it's set at 77. I don't know why this changes itself. I don't do anything to adjust this. It just does it on its own. I've noticed that whenever I open up Skype, it does that. But I don't know what Skype is doing. fucking Skype. But anyway, I changed this function to, instead of returning a string, it now returns an optional string. So in these two cases, it can just use the default virtualenv executable, and virtualenv will default to the executable that's running, which is essentially what's happening here. And so I just changed this to not always send -p and only sometimes send -p. And this, you know, short circuits a little bit of code in virtualenv and should make it ever so slightly faster, but not really a noticeable amount of faster. But it also simplifies the code here, so that's pretty nice. I also had to adjust the test to fix this, and I also adjusted this test here to test this behavior. But pretty simple change there. Mystical know-how says, what? Politics regarding a topic side or whatever are never overblown. What are you talking about? Yeah. Broken says, Endcurse's project on Windows, any pitfalls to be aware of? So, yeah, there's a couple of pitfalls. The nice thing is it kind of just works. So if you're working with Python curses, I don't know about Endcurses specifically, because you probably need PD curses and a bunch of other stuff if you're writing like a pure C project. But in Python, you can install this package here, windows-curses, and then it mostly works the same as, you know, the POSIX curses. There are some things that you have to look out for, like some of the keys will be mapped differently. So yeah, like these keys are different on Windows. This is different on Windows as well. These are all different on Windows. So I've had to do a little bit of like key remapping to make things render a little, or like work a little bit better. But I already had key mapping code for other stuff, like for Mac OS and for some like weirdness on Linux. So it wasn't much, but this was basically the only pitfalls that I had. But otherwise it kind of just works. Bulverstad says, hey Anthony, what can you tell me about WASM? I recently discovered it and it sounds incredibly useful. Yeah, so the basic idea behind WASM is to have a subscript of JavaScript which can be highly optimized in the browser. Oh wait, WASM or WebAssembly? I think we're talking about WASM, like WASM.js. I get the two confused because there is a different thing called WebAssembly. But the idea behind WASM was like you use a subset of JavaScript and then the JavaScript engine can recognize that and run code faster. And so it became a target for a compilation target for a bunch of different languages. So you could take like, well, in some cases you could just take JavaScript and recompile it into WASM.js to be the faster JavaScript. But the more interesting target was to take like C or C++ code, run it through a tool like mscripten, and then generate JavaScript that you could run really quickly in the browser. And so you could write C or Python or C++ or Go or Rust or whatever language you wanted to, but you could compile it to JavaScript and then that runs in the browser. And yeah, that's the basic idea there. But oh, WebAssembly. Is there a difference between the two? WebAssembly versus WASM. Oh, I'm thinking of ASM.js. Yeah, I'm thinking of ASM.js. WebAssembly is this separate like ship binary that is run in a sandbox next to JavaScript thing, right? Yeah. Yes, that's what WebAssembly is, right. Okay. But yeah, anyway, it's the same idea, but different implementation. Your WASMR is in these days, says Kimiko. Hey, what's up, Scale of Justice? Welcome back. Good to see you. But that says, hooks.yaml to precommit hooks.yaml. Don't at me. What was the story behind that change, by the way? Yes, so in precommit, the very, very first version used... Did it ever have a different name here? I want to say the config had a different name, too. Oh, this is back when we used JSON schema. What a mess that was. Hey, what's up? NRM Kulu, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Looks like there wasn't an old name. This was just the first time I ever introduced the config file. Yeah. Okay, so the config file was always named .precommitconfig.yaml, and this was intended to be like a little hidden file in the root of the repository where you configure your tools, and it's still that way today. This still works the same. In fact, this configuration almost works today, except for the rename of hooks.yaml. This would almost work today, and in fact, like, this configuration looks similar to what the current one works today. You can tell I didn't have precommit hooks back then because I didn't end this file in a new line like a derp. But yeah, the original name for the provider file was hooks.yaml, and the original idea behind naming it hooks.yaml was that it would be a visible file in the repository such that it was, you know, oh, what does this file do? Oh, this is for providing precommit, and then people would know about precommit. So it was kind of like a way to advertise precommit in kind of a dumb way. But it was really poorly namespaced. It was just called hooks.yaml. And so, like, it was really hard for people to know, oh, well, what is this hooks.yaml? Where does this come from? What tool is this? Also, why is it showing up in my repository? And so at some point, I renamed it to precommit hooks.yaml, and there was like a 2-year migration period where both of the names were allowed. And precommit hooks.yaml is much more clear where it comes from. I also put a dot in front of it, so it's a hidden file by default, so people don't, you know, notice it as much when they're like LSing their repository, so it isn't kind of noisy and annoying. And then, I don't know, a year or so ago, I removed support for the old name. But yeah, that's kind of the story there. And I think the new name is much better anyway, and there's been much better adoption of the new name than there was the old name, because people had the accurate criticism that was like, why should I add this unnamespaced file to my repository? This seems wrong. But anyway. Hey!
Checked out your VM video, ticked some boxes you suggested, and now it's faster.
I like how the TTS says video. Thank you for the bits, Kanbiko. I'm glad that helped you out there. Hey, what's up, Blout Glitz Clout? Welcome back. Good to see you. Brookamir says, nice. I guess you have a repo for that. Who knew, right? I mean, yeah. So hi there. Hey, what's up, Void Rose? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Bulverstad says, yes, as a web developer, one of my goals is, of course, for my projects not to provide any unneeded bloat to the web than there already is, and optimizing the speed and efficiency of JavaScript I feel is a big step in achieving that. See, the thing is, I think JavaScript is pretty fast in the browser. Like, it's JITted, so, you know, it can optimize it on the fly. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, is in the favor of just running JavaScript. I think the idea behind WebAssembly is to get, like, you know, some low-level speed where you really need it, but for the most part, like, optimizing stuff with WebAssembly isn't really the goal. I think the goal is more to write different types of code. But and yes, rollers, the command still works. Vidro says, by the way, I listened to that pre-commit podcast of yours earlier today. It's quite informative. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, what's up, Arnav? Hello, welcome back. Zilla says, more rejections. Pretty sure I'm being ghosted by the company whose interviews I passed. Well, you know, getting your first job is gonna be tricky. Keep working at it, brother. I'm sure you'll get one soon. But the 4 is asynchronous. What do you mean in Blinky? What do you mean? Also, what was I doing? I have distracted myself already. Okay, yeah, we were talking about this. That works great. We upgraded the version of Ruby build so that newer versions of Ruby can be built in pre-commit. This was basically just like bump some versions and rebuild some TGZs. So that's pretty straightforward. Oh, this is 2 related BRs. A bunch of, well, one person sent a bunch of patches to Setup Tools Golang to improve some of the functionality here, which is great. I'm glad someone is using this and like trying stuff out here. Yeah, this guy, Electro Felix. And I noticed that it was using my old coverage setup, so I went through and switched it to use Cov defaults, but I needed to make some improvements to Cov defaults first. So I was originally using this copy-pasted coverage RC, which has Vim commands in it, which clearly I didn't write this. This is how much I copy and pasted here. But yeah, added a new feature to Cov defaults because I needed to be able to override this property here. And then I was able to, you know, clean up the config there. But yeah, this was a pretty easy patch. I basically just, you know, documented that this can override it. And then I had to change the type of this because MyPy was confused, and then allowed it to be overridden and wrote a test for it. But that was pretty straightforward. Hey, what's up, Massey? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You've been here before, right? I've seen you around, but welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, overrode that, fixed that. And that's the open source stuff that I've done since last time. JavaScript is for asynchronous. Oh, I mean, you could do async and you could probably do async in WASM if you really wanted to. I don't know why you would though. Twitter says, do you use the new GitHub CLI tool? No, I don't feel like I need it. So I don't, but I don't know. I'm okay using the web app and the API directly for the small amount of things that I would use it for, and I've already written scripts for those things, so yeah, I don't know. Hey, what's up, JDSY? Hello, welcome back, good to see you. Kambika says, the GitHub CLI prevents your 2FA check popping up on stream if nothing else. Yeah, probably, but like, whatever, I'm just typing a code in, it's not a big deal. Palnatha says, this week I had a lot of laughs at some heated PEP 541 discussions. There's some dudes name squatting. Oh yeah, I've actually seen this person. This person has name squatted some of my stuff too. The nice thing is that great package for husbands. What is this even? Yeah, it's just fake. But yeah, this person was name squatting some of my packages at one point, which was a fun one, but got that taken down. But there's like a back and forth thing with that. This is the name retention PEP. Yeah, this is a fun one to get people kicked off pypy, basically. Hey, what's up, Baka? Hello. Cream says, what's up? I have a traceback and I'm new to this API stuff, so I don't know what to do. Any help? If you paste the traceback, I might be able to look at it. Look at the wife package. Look at the wife package. Control your wife, winky face. Yikes. Yikes, dude. Fuck that guy. Guy's too much free time, yeah. Blair says, was there an actual need for the GitHub CLI anyway? Why did they make it now? There was a tool before it called Hub. GitHub. Which was their first version of the GitHub CLI, and a lot of people use this. This is great. I fucking love this thing. I'm not gonna click this button. You guys don't need to see who it is. But yeah, hub was the precursor to the GitHub CLI and has like some nice things to it, and like, but the GitHub CLI was a full rewrite of hub in Go, I want to say, to be kind of a replacement for that. Hey, what's up, Barthino? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. This guy seems like the worst. I agree, Juicebox Hero. This guy seems like the worst. Hey, what's up, Binary Sloth? Hello, hello. Good to see you. JSON decode error. Oh, I know what's probably happening here, if I had to guess. Because there's not enough shown here to really know what's going on here. Also, love this complex JSON. So what I would do in your main.py is do r.raise for status. My guess is that there is an error coming back in this API, and blindly decoding the JSON is failing there. At least that's where I've seen this a lot, especially when it's line 1, column 1. It's probably a less than. That's a character 0. It's probably a less than sign for an error page. So try that first. See if there's, like put a breakpoint before this line and look through and see what that is. Also, I did a video on explains debugger. I did a video on the debugger recently, so if you want to try using the debugger, that might be helpful for you to poke around and see what's wrong with this response. There's also a video on postmortem debugging, which might be useful for jumping in right at this stack trace and looking at what this string is, for instance. But yeah, use the debugger and try and play around with that. Yeah, you don't have a JSON file. This is the remote repository, probably. Hey, what's up, Russ? Hello, hello, welcome back. Did I make it today without coming in at the very end? It's true, it's true. We haven't even gotten started yet. We're kind of still in the intro-ish phase. Belnetta says, about the name tuple video, for me I get a lot of data class vibes except for the immutability. Are there any other differences? Spoilers, I'm actually going to be uploading another name tuple video tomorrow and another name tuple video the day after. So we're getting 3 name tuple videos in a row. But the one tomorrow will be going over one of the pitfalls and one of the things that data classes I think do a little bit better. But spoilers, that'll be tomorrow. It has to do with how they're interpreted by other things because they are tuples. You can also make data classes immutable. You just have to do a little bit of extra work. And data classes aren't truly immutable like tuples are. I guess tuples still aren't either. So like we showed on the video that if we do, like x0 equals 2, you get, a tuple item does not support item assignment because they're immutable. But you can actually import C types. Spy tuple set item, which probably takes tuple first and then 0 and then open shared file. How do I do this? I know I've done this before. Tuples are actually mutable at the C level. Where is this? Yeah, private variables are iClosure. This is another place where I did this. ctypes.python API, that's what it is. Python API. PyTyple. I can spell. Type error, don't know how to convert to parameter 1. Oh, we gotta do this thing. Archetypes equals tuple. Wait, no, it's PyObject, right? ctypes.pyObject. PyObject. ctypes.pyObject. ctypes.pyObject. I think we can do that. Add argument to internal function. Oh, this is probably it. What is the integer type and C types? C types, oh, there we go. C types dot C size T. Ugh. Anyway, there is a way to do it with pytuple set item where you can modify the tuple using this API. I don't quite remember how to do it, but yeah, there is a way to do it. Like it says, I like subjects groups of Anthony Explains. Oh, because like kind of my videos are all over the place. Yeah, I plan like as I build out more and more videos to have a way to kind of organize them by topic. But yeah, haven't. I don't think I've recorded enough to do that yet. But this is, I'm very disappointed that the Explains video 100 is not the advanced video you teased in Discord. Yeah, it should be video 102. Although I have to do some editing for it, so if I don't get the editing done, it might be 103. But yeah, it should be kind of weird. There's a lot of like, what is this? What is going on in that video? But Aga says groups of related things so you can explain all of a certain subject instead of a single aspect. Yeah, it is better when I kind of chain those together, but it doesn't always work out that way. Also, because if I do a bunch of things about a certain topic, it usually means I have to do more research. Yeah, links are allowed. Feel free, JDMSY. Wigmare says the suspense when you see a type in a long command being typed. Yeah, true. Official Gatman says, have you ever wanted to work in a big tech company like Google or Amazon, and why? I maybe did before I realized that working at a big company kind of sucks. Like before I had actually worked at any company in general, though kind of the first company that I worked at was the biggest one that I'd worked at, that I've ever worked at, was like, 10,000 engineers, and you really were insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And like, I felt like the work I was doing was important in a way, but the project I worked on got completely scrapped after I left. Not just my project, not just like the intern project that I worked on, but the entire team and the entire organization that I worked in was just gone. And that's just kind of normal in large companies. Like things shuffle around. The work you're working on is kind of useless, and like, yeah, it's less interesting to me. I actually don't work at a company right now, so I think the next place that I want to work at, I hope it's a lot smaller than the last two places I worked at. I joined Yelp when there were 120-ish engineers, and it grew to 600, and I was like, that's too big. And then I joined Lyft when there were about 300 engineers, and then that grew to like 2,000 before I was laid off, and like it was way too big at the time that I left, and like yeah, I want something smaller next time. You want to feel like your tasks are important? Yeah, for sure. Cream says, I found multiple solutions on Stack Overflow, but the thing is I don't have json.load/s. Oh, you need to import JSON. Yeah, like in Blanky says. Cool. So let's do the first thing that I want to do today, which is to bump the version of Python 3.8? 3.8? Actually, let me check which one got released, because one of the versions of Python got released recently. Python.org, and I maintain backports and forward ports of that, so I gotta make sure that I'm updated. 3.86 was released yesterday, okay, so I'm not that slow. Python 3.8, and so I'm gonna go through the procedure that I do to upgrade these. Fortunately, most of this is automated, so I'm not like doing anything super complicated here. But I have a set of runbook scripts which do most of this for me. So the first is import upstream and 3.8.6. And so that should pull down Python 3.8.6 and set up all of the metadata that I need there. And Blanky says, how many meetings per hour is that? At Yelp or at Lyft? At Yelp, every meeting room was always booked, always. Always. Always, always, always. I was probably in like 1 or 2 meetings a day at Yelp by the time that I left. But at Lyft, you know, at Lyft, all of the meetings or all the meeting rooms are always booked. So there was, you know, hundreds and hundreds of meetings a day at both companies, at both of those same sizes. There's just a lot of meetings for reasons. But I would probably spend, you know, 2 or 3 hours or 3 or 4 hours a day in meetings by the time I left at Lyft, which was a bit much, to be honest. I'd rather write code than do that. Okay, so the next runbook command is refresh patches, which I think this is only done for Xenial and Bionic. Yeah, because Focal ships with 3.8 by default. Runbooks, refresh patches, Ubuntu / let's do Xenial first. Like says runbook. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of commands to run and descriptions about how to run those commands. Deadsnakes runbooks. Oops. So you can see, like, I have some markdown files which tell me how to, like, you know, this is how I update. I kind of have these memorized, so I'm not actually following the runbook, but that's the first command that I ran, this is the next command that I ran, and then this will be the next command that I run. Runbooks build. This command takes forever because it does a full build from source. And so we're actually going to work on something else while this runs. But this will run a test build of that. And assuming this looks good, I'll run the next command, which is to release it. August says, that's right, yesterday I installed something and it installed also the latest version of Python. Oh, cool. Kareem says, how do I know if it fixed the error? Because as I said, it's not the time and place where it happens, it just pops up randomly. That sounds like maybe you're getting rate limited. But I don't quite know the answer to that there. You would have to figure out like what data it's sending back in that case, and you probably need like retries or something else, or if it is actually like an error, like something wrong in how you're calling it, then you'll want to adjust that code as well. But I guess if it's random, that it's probably related to just sort of yeah, rate limiting or other stuff like that. Yo, somebody who I haven't seen stream in forever is streaming on Twitch right now. They often stop by the chat too, so maybe we'll raid them when we're done today. We're not done today. We're not ending right now. And Blanky says there's an inverse relation between the number of meetings and the amount of work being done. Yeah, that's super true. Aka says, is that a new desktop toy? No, this isn't new. This is the original fidget cube from the original. Oh, that's interesting. There's a shadow right here. Oh, it's from my microphone. It's from the original Kickstarter. But yes, the OG fidget cube. But it's not new. It's just it doesn't show up on stream all that often because I don't play with it because it makes a ticking noise, and the microphone super picks up the ticking noise, which is kind of annoying. So I try not to do that. Jinipie says, what are you working on now? The other thing that I want to do is upgrade the version of pypy. So I'm currently running Python 3.6.9 with pypy 7.3.1, and they have just announced alpha support for pypy 3.7, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pypy 3.7, which is brand new, in pypy 7.3.2. I can words. But I want to upgrade to that and get that working. And I have that through a set of automated scripts in here. Oh, this was from last stream. Git commit -m add Azure Clyde. It's the same error, same line, same everything. Yeah, you'll have to do some exception handling, probably. Would be my guess. To fix it. Okay, git grep -l pypy. What are these other files that talk about pypy? Okay, the import. This is the actual file that we're going to be editing. Oh, and this is to build pypy from source. There's probably other stuff that needs package config, but specifically for that. Modules, desktop, we'll edit it on this side. Modules, desktop, manifests, pypy. And we're going to be downloading the newest versions, which will be, whoops. Hopefully they kept the same naming scheme. But I will need to find the checksums for these. Do they not show checksums? More information. I guess I can just download them once and get the checksums that way. Or what if I wonder if they have directory listing on. Because I swear they used to have checksums here. I guess not. Yeah, seems not anymore. Oh well, that's fine. We can just download them and look at them. Hey!
Wonder if people will get to newer versions of Python by the end of next year. Python 3.6 was quite a big version.
3.6. Hey, thank you for resubscribing with Prime Beldathis at 2 months. Yeah, that's an interesting question. The thing is, I don't think the features in 3.7 and 3.8 were all that compelling. And so I actually don't see much reason to upgrade beyond 3.6. So I think 3.6 will be around for quite a long time, even if like, you know, new versions come along. I just don't see much reason to upgrade past it. And it's not much work to support 3.6 in my opinion. So I continue to support Python 3.6. But yeah, I do think, you know, there is kind of an adoption curve, and you can really see it if you look at like pypy stats or something. Is it .org? Hi, what's up? Done. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. If we look at pre-commit, for example, or like any reasonably popular package, you can kind of see here. So like orange here is 3.7, and you kind of see 3.7 fall off, and you see 3.8, which is the turquoise one, you know, upward trending. Yeah, it's a little easier to see on this graph here. You can also see this gray one, what is the gray one? The gray one is 3.6. You can also see 3.6 downward trending as well. And this is just as people upgrade software and they get newer versions of things. But yeah, there's still a lot of people installing in Python 2, which I guess it's less than 1%. So I guess it's not that much. What is this other orange one? Oh, null. Null is... Oh, wait, no. It's like 15%. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, things will eventually get there. Almost Void Crusade says they are below. Oh. On this page, there's checksums? Hey, there are checksums. Thank you for that. That's good. 3.7, Linux 64. Cool. That way I don't have to do this. So you can just put that in there. And we also want the one for pypy 2. Not that I use pypy 2 anymore. I'll probably remove that by the end of the year. Although if I ever want to build pypy, I kind of want pypy 2. Okay, let's see. Symlink pypy 2. And symlink pypy 3. And we need to purge old versions. I'm gonna run this, and then I forget what's supposed to be in this list because I have clearly removed them all. Actually, I could probably do this and see what the format is. No, it's just full paths. It's the new naming. So this will remove the old ones. 2.7, 7.3.1, and 3.6, 7.3.1. Okay, that should in theory upgrade pypy for me. We'll see what happens with this. I will type in my bad password, which is literally bad password. Yes, I know. The keyboard cam's on. Oh no! Is there a problem with this line that says cream? Data equals r.json. I would do r.raise for status on the line directly above it, because you're probably getting an error. It's probably not JSON there. Aka says, I've never used checksums. Nice new animations too. Oh yeah, I have the... Oh no. Oh no. They have changed the location of their download. Okay, we'll have to fix that too. Yeah, I spent some time on... I mean, they're not... I assume you're talking about these things, which I just manually re-triggered this one. I spent some time in this. I kind of want to animate it, because right now it's, you know, super static. But I didn't have time to animate it, so I didn't get to that. But yeah, I did do that on Wednesday evening. Okay. So what changed here? What does the new download link look like? Oh, they have their own domain now. That's cool. That is cool. So it looks like we still have this as a substitution here. Oh, the link got shorter too. That's pretty dope. By 3. All right, we'll try that again. Roka says, new day, new hair. Syntax error at checksum. Oh, I forgot a comma. Cool. Am I ever going to see Bald Anthony? I don't. Yeah, in like 40 years around. All right, welcome back to another stream of Anthony Writes Code. Today we're going to be working on some Python 12. Yeah, that's when I'm fucking old, I'll be bald. Right? August says it's still better than the default. What do you think about an animation to look like being typed? Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I want to do. Like they type out the get command, and then you get the little animation of pre-commit running. That's the plan there. Devastating seems like I'm chunked today. No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so we should have pypy 3. That should be 3.7. Oh, that's cool. And we should have deleted the old pypy 2. Does pypy 2 also work? Sick! Sick! That's pretty cool. Upgrade pypy to 3.7. Cool. I'm excited for this. One thing that I wanted to try with this is to see whether Babby still works in pypy 3.7. Whoa! Whoa! True piece of the bed! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, raiders! With a party of 48. But if you guys don't know Mewtru, she also streams programming and science and technology. And actually, we're gonna be playing some video games later today. So check out True's channel. Yeah, True, why you pee in the bed? Kill Jordan first. Oh, are we talking about in yeah, we're gonna be playing Among Us later today, which should be pretty fun. Hey, what's up, Alyssa? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. A small bladder. It's about to get a lot naughtier in here. Because True pees the bed? Is that why? The small bladder is so funny. But welcome to the stream, Raiders. Hopefully you guys are doing well. What'd you work on today, Mewtru? I saw you were like, I think you were working on your whole nudes thing again, right? Your nudes, your dick talk, your OnlyFans competitor. Was that what you're working on? Oh, you're working on TikTok. Nice. G says, I'm excited to see Jordan die first every game nod. Yeah. It should be pretty funny. But yeah, I downloaded and installed the game last night, so I'm ready to go. I guess Juice downloaded and installed it on my computer for me, so that's good. Like it says, old Anthony will still have better words per minute than me. Yeah. Kimiko says, how old will you be in 40 years? I will be 69. That was completely unintentional, but also also pretty good. Do you need to get for something else? I was gonna do it with CSS in Blinky. But welcome to the stream. I'm kind of working on a bunch of miscellaneous open sourcey stuff today. Right now I'm working on upgrading the version of pypy 3, and I'm also building Python 3.8 from source for my backport packaging stuff. But I wanted to see if this still works with the one thing that I know is sensitive to this version, which is my text editor. Let's see if we can pass the tests here. Nice. Yeah, nice. Oh, for the Raiders, for context, we were talking about, someone asked if I will ever be bald on stream, and I made some terrible joke about in 40 years I'll be working on Python 12 and, you know, finally be bald then, and completely unintentionally, 40 years from now I will be 69 years old. So that's the context for those of you that just joined. Oh no, I had a feeling this was going to be a problem. I wonder if they have updated the Many Linux PyPy image. Docker pull this. It's not actually Docker, I'm using Podman, but I have symlinked Docker to Podman. Okay, so it did download a new version. It looks like, maybe. Let's see what we got here. Up to PyPy. These are still the old versions. No! I guess I could download... I guess I can download the new version. Hey, what's up, Dan? Thanks. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. 3.6731. I wonder if this is just the... Yeah, this is just the Red Hat build. So, in theory, I could download the new PyPy into this and build a wheel using that. Let's see if we can do that. /oniguruma/cffi. Actually, let's see if their Docker image is on GitHub. Then I could just send them a pull request. Unless there's already a pull request for this. Update to PyPy 732. There is already a pull request for this. Make this a little bit bigger so I can read the code here. This was open how long ago? I want to see this, so I'm gonna click approve. I have no power in this project. 6 hours ago. Cool. In theory, we can use this branch and build it. Actually, what is fetch source? How does this Docker file get built? Docker file x8664. Oh, cool. So Wait, do they delete them out of the image? Oh, that's dumb. This actually makes the image bigger. Yeah, that actually makes the image bigger, which that's annoying that they deleted that. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just wait. In theory, when that patch gets merged, I'll get notified about it. Why does it make the image bigger? I will show you. Docker Docker file. Run echo hide f. Run RMF. Actually, that's a good idea for a video as well. Video idea, why does deleting files make the image bigger? That was not well clarified, so let me actually go and edit that. Should have said the word Docker in there somewhere. Docker, why does deleting files make the image bigger? Save. Okay, so we're gonna make a very, very simple image where we make a file called f and then we delete that file. Docker build -t lat dot. So we'll build that Docker image. And then we'll actually export the image. I forget the exact format of the Docker export though. So Docker export wat -o. Out.image.tar. No container. Docker image. How do I export an image? Save an image to an archive. Docker image save. Let's see. -o wat.tar. What? Hey, what's up? Imonel Minero. Thank you for the follow. Sorry if I butchered your name. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so we exported that to this tar file. This is a representation of the image. If I remember correctly, we can extract this, and we get a list of each of the layers in here. I'll answer that in a sec, Arthino, yeah. And so each of these... Okay, so we should see each of the layers in here. These are our two layers that we care about. But how do I find the actual things that they refer to? Oh, these are the actual layers, I think. And so FD, this should be... Oh, wait, what? Thought we would have FD here. I guess we don't have FD. Somewhere in here there's metadata. Some nice self-referential JSON there. But let's look into each of these layers. One of these layers will contain the creation of that file. This is a hard link. Oh. Okay, so this is apt cache, which shouldn't be in the image, so it's not that one. Let's try B0. This is the root, this is the actual Ubuntu part, so it's not that one. Try 6F. This is systemd stuff, so it's not that one. 6E. Not that one either. 6.5. Why is this one empty? Oh, yes, here we go. This is the layer that I was talking about. So this layer is the layer from the RM, and it just contains this wh.f file. This is what's called a whiteout file, and the Docker runtime, or the layered file system or Docker runtime, interprets this file as a deletion. And so even though we deleted the file, it still exists in the image in the old layer, and you add another file which deletes the file on top of it. So you keep the original contents there, plus you also add, I mean, it's an empty file, so it's, at least I think it's empty. Yeah, it's an empty file, which does actually take up space, but you know, it represents it as 0 here. And so that's why it makes the image bigger. But yeah, hopefully that answers that. The reason is, like, you know, it's a layered file system, and so the layers are immutable. You can't, you know, a delete up here doesn't cause the file to go away to here. Like, it is still baked into your image. But you add a special whiteout, which blanks out the rest of that file. But hopefully that's helpful. Arthena says, can you quickly pitch pre-commit CI for non-technical pitch? Let me think about that while I get my water, and then I will do that. So I will be right back. I'll see you guys in a sec. Actually, wait a minute. Didn't I do a video on Docker and deletions already? I swear I did one. Right? Docker. Oh, yeah. It's kind of covered in this one. Yeah, so it's kind of covered in this video. So you can check out this video as well. It's not specifically referring to that, but I do also give another example where you add a file and delete it, and it doesn't fix up the volume there. Hey, what's up, Kibaki? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, let me do my quick pitch of pre-commit CI for non-technical people. So first, you kind of have to understand and already be using pre-commit in a way, and one of the nice benefits of pre-commit CI is if you've already set up pre-commit as a developer tool, this gives you the enforcement piece of the puzzle. And so you can also use this tool as part of your CI pipeline to make sure your code stays in tip-top shape. But the other cool thing is it will auto-fix your branches for you. So if you make a pull request or an outsider makes a pull request and they haven't quite set up, your local tooling properly, the CI machinery will auto-fix things for them. The other thing is you could set up a lot of this using existing CI tooling. So you could do a lot of this with with GitHub Actions or Azure Pipelines or Travis CI or Circle CI or any of your CI platforms. but none of them have like really well built caching specifically for pre-commit CI, and so it will be able to do the caching a little bit better. I swallowed some water down the wrong pipe. But anyway, that's hopefully the TLDR there. The numbers guy says, sounds like expert is for containers, data is for images. Yeah, I did eventually find that. But yeah, thank you for that. I got there in the end. Voror says, Dive is a pretty cool tool for viewing the layers. Oh, cool. I haven't played with that. I used, what was the other tool that I used? There is a tool that I've used that looks at layers and like shows you what's in each of them, but I don't remember what it's called. Kamika says, in the Docker file in question, had the rmref command attached and anded to the previous command though. I thought the intent with and was to avoid making images bigger. It doesn't seem like a fair comparison. Yeah, it is a fair comparison here because they added the files in the layer above it. Pypy wheels GitHub. This is this one? Yeah. So you can see here, these are when the files are introduced in these commands here, and then this is where those files are deleted. So they're in separate layers, so they will be in this image here, and then this will create a bunch of whiteout files. And Blanky says something like this. Oh, that's kind of cool. So the thing that I would want to do is this text should appear immediately, and then this text should appear separately, because that's how pre-commit does it, I think. So this should be, you know, typed out like that, and then that happened too fast. Let me do one that's slower. Like my py pre-commit output. Okay, so all the dots should show, and then pass should show at the end, I guess. But it's really cool. That looks really cool. The code for what I have right now is up on GitHub if you want to poke around with it. Overlays. Oh. I am a liar. Let me put that up on GitHub. New repository overlays. My custom notification overlay for Twitch. Create. Adjusted HTML with branding. And yes, the CSS is awful, but that's kind of the CSS that they hand me, so there wasn't really much I could do there. So, sorry, it looks kind of gross. And pre-commit. Oh, Knowledge! Knowledge! How's it going, buddy? I saw you say something. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? How have you been, Knowledge? Git push ordin head. What? Anthony writes code / overlays. Repository not found. Anthony writes code / overlays. Oh, god damn it. I put in the wrong I've created in the wrong place. Let's just delete this. That's gonna be easier. Yes, delete that. I gotta get my password. There's where we can do a new repository. There we go, overlays. Oh no, what was the text here? Source code for my Streamlabs notification or alert box overlay. I don't know why this one defaults to private, but the other one defaults to public. There we go. Now I should be able to push. Cool, so if you want to play with it, it's here in Blanky. But that's really cool. That's super dope. I really like that. How did you do it with keyframes? I guess. Yeah, keyframes. Oh, and there's a carrot too? Yo, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like this a lot. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm not front ender, so I think this base can get really nicely done. Well, you seem to have done a little bit more front end than I was. Well, then again, I was drinking and like struggling a lot with the Streamlabs actual stuff and leaking my tokens left and right because I was a dummy. Hey, what's up, the Jelmega? Hello. Good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, Chaz Robot? Welcome. Vigo says, for even less technical people, developers spend a fair chunk of time during their development flow on fixing relatively trivial problems in their code. Precommit CI both enforces that these issues are discovered, which is opt-in for each developer's workflow, but also fixes the issues automatically, letting developers focus their time on more valuable problems. Kimiko, do you want to be my, like, spokesperson? That was fucking dope. I'm gonna save that. New text document. This is going in my pitch deck? No. But that was really well worded. So thank you for that. Organization is default to private. I see. Now it says I've been all over the place. All over the place. How have you been? Hey, what's up, Lee's Brood TV? Hello. Good to see you. The Jelmega says, yeah, it has been a bit. And I just learned something about. I learned about something I want in my processor. Posits. I don't know what that means. Posits and valids. Posits present arithmetic for single real values, and valids present the interval arithmetic version. Oh, so it's like first class. There's so many words I don't understand. Like, what is an unum? Unums are an arithmetic and binary representation format for real numbers analogous to floating point. Is this to, like, maintain more precision as you do arithmetic? Is that the idea? I'm not. 20% of the profits is gonna be coming. What if the profits are negative? Does that mean you pay me? But yeah, posits sound pretty cool. Timunjin Genghis says, my non-dominant hand hurts just looking at your keyboard. Oh, do you chicken poke with one hand? Is that what you do? It's actually supposed to be more ergonomic. The idea behind it is that it's, you know, a more natural position for your hands. I actually have a video where I talk about that as well. The Jelmega says, like, IEEE 754 floats, but a bit more precise. I see. Hunt and peck, yeah, that's what it's called. I recognize some of the words on that page. Yo, this whole paragraph is just like a whole bunch of new concepts for me. But Sounds cool. Hey, what's up, Jugmag? Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Oh, speaking of which, that's a good reminder. Nope, the build is still going. We're still chugging along here, so that's not done yet. What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I was demoing this, which is kind of cool. Why did I just do that? Docker RMI WAT. Oh no, what giant thing am I cleaning up right now? Because it should only be cleaning this image, and I usually make my containers with RM. Unless... the thing that we're going to work on a bit with Precommit is a zipapp. I'll talk about that as well. I have a video on it as too. So it explains zipapp. Your non-dominant hand should try Scrum. Oh, because Timujin said my non-dominant hand is not as agile. Kiblaki says, are you using Docker? No. I'm actually using Podman, which is in a lot of cases, a drop-in replacement for Docker, but it's rootless and daemonless. I'm leaving. That's funny. Please don't go. But I wonder if this implies that I was running Docker run without RM at some point. And I wonder if that's from this script here. I'm in build. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, yep, sure as shit. I forgot RM here. Rookie mistake. But, yeah, this is like a dead giveaway that I'm doing something bad here. But yeah, I am using Docker for making this zipapp because I want to intentionally build it without a C compiler around so I don't end up with any binary distributions, because those will not necessarily be importable in all the particular platforms and versions that I'm targeting. So it's important to disable the compiler there. This is also running in Docker. I use Docker, well, Podman. Whenever I say Docker, I'm actually using Podman. Now it says, when did you get a custom email prefix? Oh, let me show you something else new, Knowledge. Look at this fancy ass badge that I have. Look at this fancy checkmark that I have, Knowledge. But yeah, I got a new email prefix right after I got partner, so I changed it to AWC because I felt like that was better than, what was it before? Anthon 63, which was a little clunky, but like AWC is a little bit better now. Legitimate says, in short, IEEE 754 has a lot of bit patterns that are a version of negative infinity, positive infinity, and not a number, which also requires some additional floating point exception hardware. Posits don't have those special values except for one special value for both negative and positive infinity, and if not a number would occur, it would pass it to a user-defined hardware exception handler, so you can just return 0 or infinity based on the application. Whoa, that's cool. That just fit into the 500 character limit. Yeah, it's true, it's true. Shame it wasn't Anthon 63 or Anthon 69, right? Yeah. Anathon 63 Python. Was it? Yeah. The one of the other ideas for the prefix would have been Anthonk, and then it would have been Anthonk Python. But I felt like A2EC was, you know, nice, short, representative, and kind of a good pick there. But yeah, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna manually build that wheel. Oh, my stomach just rumbled. GitHub /oniguruma CFFI. which means like container or something. But the default filter in Twitch chat does not let you type that word for not great reasons. Which means they probably should have picked a better name for their library. Let's see, I have this bin, build many Linux wheels. And we're going to temporarily do this. Yeah, I think we're temporarily gonna do that. Should have had 5 sausage patties this morning? Yeah, it's true, Juicebox here, it's true. They don't arrange nicely in the pan, though, if you have too many. I guess 5 to 6 would have been fine. I just would have done a hexagon instead of a pentagon. Oh wait, no, that would have been 8 at that point. Would 8 have ranged fine? Oh no, that would have been 7. I can do math. Okay, so I'm gonna build an image based on this. That's not what I wanted to do. What does their thing do? What? What changes here? Oh, here we go. So I can just do this. And I think I can comment this out. And then I can just do this. I don't know why they have bash here. Because these are executable. Let's see. Build nisht test dot. Let's see if that works. Devil car? No, I think it's supposed to be like container or something like that. It's a regex library. Hey, what's up, Swooper TR? Yeah, I like that name. Swooper TR! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Zolomia says, well, I have to add that posits also have lower precision the further you are from 0, so fixed point numbers still have use cases. Ah, that makes sense. Exit status 127. Oh, this needs a slash. Probably. What is a shebang? Oh, are they missing a shebang in that file? Well, it could be possible. Nope, they've got proper shebangs, so I don't know why they're doing that. Okay, what happened here? Why did this fail? Probably because Docker CP does not work the way I expect it to. Yeah, it doesn't. Fucking Docker CP. Such garbage. Such garbage. So, this, instead of copying these directories into this directory like CP does, it copies the contents of these directories into this directory for some dumb reason. So I actually need this. What is sources? Yeah, I don't know. We'll hope this works. Because this has reached to the point now that I'm using your bot instead of Googling to learn about stuff. It's working. It's working. Yo, I actually use my bot. Oops. I'll shift you. I also use my bot to look at the air quality instead of opening up the airnow.gov website, because this is just so much faster to be like, oh, it's 45. Oh, you guys can't see that because it's off screen. Oh, it's still off screen. There we go. To show that it's 45. So what did it do here? We're tarball in that. Cannot open no such file or directory. Maybe this is why they did that? It's weird. Okay, so this is the script that we're at. How does it get to run this other script? Prefetch pypy. Oh, I know what's happening here. This script is running prefetch pypy, so I need to run this right now. And then I need to cd into Docker and do this. Maybe? The Anthony Empire grows each day, yeah. And before Fernie takes over Google's role for the source of all information, yeah, that would be dope. Hey, what's up, Polymathic Man? Good to see you again. 45, a number without context. It says good. 45 is good. 50 is where it cuts off to being bad. Cannot open file. Oh, this is even worse now that I look at it. Now that I look at their Docker file here. So see how it copies the source directory into here? So these are a bunch of chunky chunky tar files here. So those tar files are staying in the image as well. Really, they should be downloading inside this to make the image smaller. So we might actually send them a patch to see if I can show them that you know, it saves like some large number of megabytes. We'll send a patch to reduce that size. Basically, not do this copy sources thing, because this is causing the image to be a lot bigger than it needs to be. But that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, unfortunately, the AQI command only works for US zip codes because it's a United States API. Sorry about that. It's not my API, it's someone else's API. Also, the API is kind of garbage. It shows your token in plain text all over the place, which is wunderbar. This is still running. Holy crap. I'm glad I started this at the beginning of the stream and had, like, you know, some other plans on stuff to work on. But these tests are hilariously slow. Also, especially when I'm working on other stuff too, but... yeah, sometimes there's no air quality information for some area codes. It does like a 25-mile radius around it or something like that, and if there's no spots within that, it won't return anything back. The fires are in the bottom left of America. It's true. They're also in the top left of America too. It was basically just left of America. Okay, cool. We're doing stuff now. Yay. Yay. Did you look at WEGO? I don't know what this is. Transit site? Seuss Hinton uses that. What does she use it for? What does it do? Oh, it's a GitHub project. Oh, this is cool. No, I haven't used this. There's another one that chat usually recommends that I use. Which is a curl command. What's the curl command, chat? Someone in chat is always telling me, use this weather thing instead of going weather 94401 like I usually do. WTTR.in. Yeah, that one. This one. Which, like, magically knows where I am. Magically knows I'm near Redwood City. Doesn't quite work at this terminal size, but... let's see if I make it a little bit bigger. There you go. WTTR.in. But anyway. Get us back to our 8 characters here. I think it uses we go under the hood. Maybe. It is written in Python with a little bit of Go. And it uses WEGO for visualization. There you go. It does indeed. Curl parrot.live, yeah. I've seen this one before. Solid party parrot in the terminal. And Blakey says, why not i3? Because I like my windows sized how they are, and I use the mouse a lot. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to... do this. Pybin. Oh, that got messed up. So I should just use the opt.pypy directories. Bin pip. Where else do we use pybin? Pybin. Just in that one case. Cool. Hey, what's up, Anilovic? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. So let's do that. Yes. So we want 3.6. Or 3.7, sorry. 3.7, and we will name this test. This is just super temporary to make this wheel get built. Version. What happens if I just do star as the version? No, that's not gonna work, right? That's really not gonna work. Maybe it will. We'll see. What window manager are you using? This is just default GNOME plus the Anthony window manager, where I just manually place windows. Hey, what's up, GusXN? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Hey, did you see Anthony WM? Yeah. And a little Vic says, "Hi, I'm a computer engineer for Turkey. I wanted to say hello." Well, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Finally replaced the zombie. It's true, Polymathic Man. I spent a stream on Wednesday improving that. It's not great, but in theory, it will get better. And Blanky said that they might improve it, so that would be cool. Okay, but anyways, this gave me the latest version, which is what I actually wanted the answer here. Jake the Programmer says, "I followed your tutorial on installing Ubuntu, but it keeps aborting when I do my first boot. Are there any recommendations?" Somebody in the comments on that video had the same problem, so maybe see if they fixed it. But I seem to remember that it has to do with Windows Subsystem for Linux. Or some other hypervisory thingy thing. Let's see if I can open that up. I was getting a blank screen with a blinking cursor. I disabled 3D acceleration, then it worked. Seems that if you have Hyper-V enabled in the BIOS, then it will throw the fatal error. Yeah, so there's a couple of people that have tried some other stuff that didn't run into that also ran into issues, so maybe that'll help as well. Okay, so we got these wheels now. Let's upload those to pypy, and then I should be able to use my text editor again. Paste, copy some unrelated text, and should be able to talk to -e by 3. The gentleman says, "I'm looking at an airplane tracker and I'm wondering why are there so many flights during COVID, right? Right? This didn't reinstall." Yeah, this didn't reinstall for some reason. It's probably a bug in Tox. It should not reuse an environment that failed to install. Analalovic says, "Can you explain to me what you're doing generally? I have a question. Ubuntu or Mint? Which do you prefer?" We have to continually retry this until it succeeds. I'm kind of doing a bunch of miscellaneous open source stuff today. I usually maintain important Pythons, a couple of important Python packages for developer tooling, testing, linting, code formatting, that sort of deal. But today I'm mostly like trying to catch up on some stuff that I've been kind of slacking on this week. And so one of the things I'm doing is I'm building packages for the latest version of Python 3.8 because that got released yesterday, and so I'm building this over here. This is kind of running in the background while I do other stuff, and it's been going for a half an hour because the load on my machine is a little bit high. But hopefully this will complete soon. So I've been working on other stuff at the same time while that's running. But one of the things I'm trying right now is I've just upgraded pypy, which is a Python interpreter written in Python, to the latest version, which is 7.3.2, which supports Python 3.7. And I was just making sure that my text editor still works with that, because my text editor is written in Python. So I'm kind of all over the place. But this channel is mostly about programming Python stuff, and I do a lot of like DevOps sort of stuff, a lot of like code quality and tooling things. But generally programming or programmery things. Hopefully that answers that. And your second question, Ubuntu or Mint? I use just Ubuntu myself. Although Mint is based on Ubuntu, so it's not all that different. I don't really have any strong opinions there. I just, use Ubuntu because I'm familiar with it and I like it. The music stopped, so we will continue that. Planes don't just carry people, I reckon. There's a lot of consumer flights happening right now as well, which is surprising. Hanson says, what is this channel about? Hopefully I answered that. Turkish eye characters make me think I have a font problem. Yes, I saw those as well. They're very, very interesting. There's a lot of subtle bugs based on that character, which is fun. Jake the programmer says, I tried doing both of those things. I got this error. You must specify a machine to start using the command line. That's weird. That makes me think that some of the files got deleted. That's a very, very strange error. I've never seen that error before, except when I accidentally messed up my VM. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe try and start over from scratch? I don't know. Belnana says _test at the end of files. Craigasm. Yes, I do like to end my files with test instead of starting them with test. In fact, I wrote a linter for it. That's how much I feel about that. Knowledge says Mint has a few big choices against Ubuntu, like not distributing Chromium in a snap package wrapped in an apt package. Oh. Speaking of snap. Why do I have libsnapd installed? I have purged snap from my computer. Altitude, why this? Why does Pulse Audio depend on libsnapd? Why, Pulse Audio? Why would you do that? Seems weird. I've tried like 5 times, but I'll figure it out. Oh. I don't know then. I guess try Googling the error message and figure out what's going on there. Hey, what's up, DimSumCart? Hello, hello. Snap bad? I just don't. I would rather manage packages with apt than with snap. I don't really need 2 package managers on my machine. And I find that the snap packages are a little bit lower quality, just from the few that I've played with. But that's my opinion. Snap is fine, and if you're using snap, I'm not gonna look down on you for it. Says the person who uses pip. Oh, I just got kicked out of my own chat room. That's weird. Did my bot get kicked? Is the stream still running? That's weird. Yeah, but I use pip in a virtual environment. I'm not using it globally on my machine. John says, have you seen this quote? One of my favorite tricks for Morrowind is that if you're running out of memory on the Xbox, you can reboot the Xbox without the user knowing. So if you had a really long loading time, that was us rebooting the Xbox. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Hey, what's up, Rizix? How's it going? Welcome back. And hey, what's up, HamXNE and KJack05? Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Did the build finish? Nope. It's still going. It's pretty close. A few more packages here, and then it'll have to rebuild one more time. Because this is doing the profile, the PGO, which I should change this to use the minimal PGO, because waiting for the full PGO is not worth it. It makes almost no performance difference. But yeah, pip is fine. Yeah, I think pip is. It's not a great package manager. Like, it doesn't have dependency resolution yet. And there's a whole fight on adding that and like breaking a bunch of stuff in order to make it work, which is gonna be great. But yeah, pip is alright, I guess. But yeah, no, the build still has not finished. Rosie says, I can't use snaps, seeing that snap folder, and I can't anymore. Well, I don't use snap either, so we're good. We're good. Kubiko, you've got to 30,000 channel points. Yeah, they really slowed down the rate at which channel points are acquired. Because 30,000 used to be able to do that in like 2 or 3 streams, but now it takes forever. Knowledge says Pulse Audio and Snap, probably because the Ubuntu maintainers are wrapping it with Snap to save on maintaining across distributions. Probably not the Dark Lord of Linux's fault. Well, I don't have Snap installed at all, so I still have audio. Like, I can still set this and get the annoying, how do I... Oh, maybe I've turned it off on my VM. But anyway, usually I can get the ding working again. Use. How do I... I guess that's muted. Let's see. Jake Programmer says, literally just did a Hail Mary and tried the same thing for the millionth time and it worked for some reason. Want to die? Oh no. Well, I'm glad it worked. 13% do 15% says, why is everyone so mean on Stack Overflow? They just call me an idiot and say, read the docs. Do they actually call you an idiot? Because that seems pretty unfair. But I do think that a significant amount of Stack Overflow questions can be answered by just like reading examples and documentation. But I think like, you know, even a question that's answered by documentation is still a good question. But yeah, I don't know. Who's the Dark Lord of Linux? There's a bunch of Dark Lords of Linux. Remember people joking about the Dark Lord of Python being Guido? Yeah, I mean he's the Dark Lord of Python. Lizard TV says, wait, there's no 12-hour stream reward anymore. It's temporarily disabled. Because I wanted to wait to do another one because I don't want to do like 3 a month because it's a lot of it's a lot. Maggie says, I wonder if Pulse has snap dependencies on Arch. I don't think so. Maybe. Hey, what's up, m2dev.net? Hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Isn't there a bell command? Probably. Or like echo \b. Echo \b. Echo-E \b. Or you can use a blink string. Or is B the backspace? Is it A? I don't know. One of them is the ding. Leonard Potterin is the Dark Lord of Linux. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that name. I'm saving up for a Vim stream reward, alternatively a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream. Those would be interesting. Okay, cool. So that works. So pypy 3 is working. Or at least as much as I care for it to work. Should we try and improve the should we try and improve the pypy image? See how much smaller I can get it? Because I think that would be useful. Oh, he's the person who made Systemd and Pulse Audio. I see. Unlikely, you're on Arch, not the distro that's made by the people pushing snap onto people. I see. New words coming soon? I'm assuming he cased a peer pressure. It's certainly possible. God, this takes so long. 42 minutes to run the test suite. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can improve. ctemp slash okay, so let's pull the image first to see what the latest image size is. So we're targeting we're targeting 1.6 gigs. I think we can do a little bit better than 1.6 gigs, right? Why is that 2 months ago? That's such an old build. So we want to get rid of this. This is a weird script. Docker should be able to delete this and do build scripts pypy slash. Do I really not have a Docker file highlighter? Oh, it doesn't know that this is a Docker file. I see. Just weird. Because I think Identify knows about this. Nope. Huh. Well. Fetch, what was the script called? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so we want to change where this puts things. Slash, I guess. Okay, so refetch pypy.sh and then this part, and then we're not going to delete build scripts because that doesn't actually make the image smaller. I mean, maybe we can leave it in there even though it's not helpful. It would be nice if you could copy and run in the same execution, but you cannot. But let's see what this does here. Billy says, I started using Arch because I was sad with Ubuntu taking so long to update Python and having to rely on PPAs, never coming back. I see. I mean, I'm okay maintaining PPAs. We need to use -f dockerfile x8664. I think the only other distro that had some fence is OpenSUSE, and that's it. I see. You should try it. No, I'm not going to use Arch. I've tried Arch before. The same reason I don't like Conda is the same reason that I don't like Arch, is the same reason that I don't like Brew, is the same reason that I don't like... What's the other one? Yeah, like, I value stability and, like, things that actually work and not, you know, having to fuck with packages 2 or 3 times a week, if possible. I think I'm going to make the Vim stream a sub-goal once I figure out how to do sub-goals. So that will be a thing at some point. M2dev.net says, what are you working on? If you bang today, you can look at what I'm working on, but I'm trying to improve the size of this Docker file. Why is this so slow? Oh, because we're running a compile over here. I see. That's why this is crawling, because... really... I mean, there's a lot of processes going on, but not really a lot of... I mean, load is above 1, so that's why. Oh, we gotta change this as well. Build scripts pypy, install pypy. Sources / pet. Oh, it actually RM's in here. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Litoriego? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Superroom says, yeah, we kind of do need like an anthong here. Resource Kuro says, is anyone else seeing frame drops? I have 0 dropped frames, so if it's dropping frames, it's not me this time. Yo, Piggy Dicers, I saw that you started a stream today. I was gonna raid you if you were still streaming when I was done. But how are you doing, friend? What were you working on, or what were you doing on stream? Also, hello, and I did get a haircut. It's looking clean, right? File exists. How did I break this script? There's actually a slash here, which is kind of weird. I don't know what script we're in. But yeah, welcome back. Good to see you. Cool GG says currently using KDE Neon, probably going to Ubuntu for similar reasons. Arch does not equal AUR, sure, but like using Arch without AUR, you don't really have an operating system. iSatisfied says Vim stream sub goal. What's the number? Well, I kind of want to have a little widget, so it's like it actually shows the widget, but I don't know. Haven't thought about that yet. I'm currently at around 200 subs, but yeah, he wants to actually install his operating system. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Aziz Wilhelm? Welcome back. Good to see you. Arch plus LTS Linux equals any other stable distro. Arch breaks if you make it break, but I understand the reasoning. Not really. When everything is bleeding edge, packages break all the fucking time. And back when I used to run Arch, like, my packages would break all the fucking time. And it was, you know, sure it was fun the first few times to, like, you know, debug why a package is broken, but sometimes I want to actually use my computer. I don't want to spend all day fucking around with packages. So why is it trying to do this here? This is the one that's running there. New pypy 3 distributions don't have pypy symlinks to pypy 3. I think that all of these have this. So insert this already exists. Let's try this again. My guess is their Docker file is a bit rotted. Jumping to that says 0 drop frames. Nice, I never get that. Yeah, I was having trouble with drop frames for a while. They attached a ground to my internet and it has, for some reason, improved. Aziz says, today I've heard about the multi-stages Docker build. Oh yeah, multi-stages is pretty cool. I plan to make a video on it at some point. I just haven't done that yet. It looks like he can hold his frames now. Yeah, that was a good meme. Piggy Dicer says, I accidentally streamed. I've been recording my lectures and today I clicked stream instead of record. Oh no, that's funny. Imagine rating a lecture. Yeah, that would have been so funny. So this is how you apply a Laplacian transform. Anyway, thanks for the raid. I'm not about 69. Yeah. rm bin/star.debug. Why do I feel like the script is just horribly broken? How did they actually build this thing? I don't think these exist. We can just put a -f here. Tuber says, what? I have like 3 packages from AUR. Oh. Am I mixing up the default Arch packaging and AUR? Either way. Well, nothing says Vim stream plus new texture project called Bomb inspired by Vim. Yeah. Polymathic Man says, figured out how to run MyPy in a Jupyter notebook. Why would you want to do that? And Jesus fucking Christ, Anthony, the fear and uncertainty and doubt. No, it's not fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I've actually experienced this. I'm not making this up. Now it says, as an Electron developer, I've looked at some of the AUR exclusive apps and have cringed so hard. SDK. Oh, hey, how's it going, SDK? Keep wanting to try Jupyter notebooks, but then they seem like a pretty niche use case. They're really popular in data science, but I don't really see a use for them outside of data science personally. I guess you can kind of use them for like presentation-y things. I don't know. I don't know. I satisfied you says you can ground internet. So the electricity in my house is super broken. They did not do it up to code, so it's kind of messy. Like it's real bad. But among their broken stuff is they did not ground most of my plugs, and so there's actually voltage running over my low voltage connectors, including my internet connection. And yeah, not good. Tuber says default Arch packages are just default Arch packages. Okay, well, I've had problems with the default Arch packages. That's the thing that I spent a lot of time debugging. But yeah. Could it need a specific environment to run? Like Discourse Docker files is wrapped in shit. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the shit that makes it run, or the like wrapping stuff. It did, yay. That's good. Okay, how much smaller is this image? It's bigger. What the fuck? How is it bigger? How is it possibly bigger? Maybe this image is based on an old version of this? Okay, so there's not that. Oh, I know why. Because this is based on the wrong image. So I gotta do that all again. Yes, and no, and no. Okay, let's try this again. Imblanky says, I have a curiosity, how does a testing library test itself? Using other testing libraries? PyTest is self-hosted, so it will test itself using itself. But yeah, that mostly works in most cases, as long as you get your testing library working well enough. But that's how PyTest does it. That's how Testify did it as well. Testify used Testify to test Testify. It's yes, and Blanky, it's kind of like how I use Babby to write Babby. Did they ground loop isolation? They attached a little bracket over top one of the connectors. So there's two connectors that go into my house, and they put a ground bracket over that and then attached it to a wire that comes from the electrical. So floating grounds, and yet it's Archie blame when stuff breaks. That's look, I wasn't the electrician on this shitty house. But I thought you mostly didn't have grounding in US electronics. I mean, you do for any decent electronics, so any you know, 3-prong plugs, any heavy duty stuff, any computers. I'm confused. What is happening here? Oh, we're pulling this image. That's why it's taking so long. Don't ask him, that's a hardware problem. You're grounded. Explaining grounding using the hand symbols from Itsy Bitsy Spider. Does that mean you're in a Faraday cage? It means things are... Oh, this is finally finishing. It means that there's a lot of ungrounded wires around me. Okay, that one's okay to be there. This one's okay. Okay, thank God. I don't need to rebuild this thing again, because that took forever. I started that like 15 minutes into the stream, or half an hour into the stream. It took an hour and a half to build this thing. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I don't know why this is still so slow. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, maybe because this is still running? Something is taking up a lot of CPU or IO. Maybe it's because it's IO heavy. Who knows? Oh, this now makes sense why this was a problem. So we want to discard both of those, and then no. And run this build again. Dicker images. No, no, no. Docker images. Okay, so this should make like 400 megabytes of difference in the image size. So we should end up at, where's the other one? We should end up at 1.2 gigabytes instead of 1.6, somewhere around there. If I did this properly. But let's upload this package. Gotta grab my GPG key password. Sounds like you have some sort of EM noise de-attenuation shit and not actual grounding. No, there is actual proper grounding. It is a wire that is attached to a ground. Dicker, the new Docker competitor, yeah. Put cable in world, problem what? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna fork Docker Compose. Are you gonna call it Dicker Compose? And add dash synths to logs and call it Dicker? Go for it, man. There's nothing stopping you. I just find it weird that that one makes me paste my password twice. Something strange about that. SDK says, I think it'd be fairer to call this a make stream than a Python stream. Yeah, I haven't written any Python this stream. You're right. I have run some runbooks. I guess I wrote some Python to talk about some stuff. I've done more Docker this stream than anything else. GNU plus make, yeah. Okay. Let's see. 1.49 versus 1.62. I'd say that's a pretty good improvement. Improve size by not having TGZ in the image. I noticed that the image size was a bit large, so I looked into why that is. There's 1.02 Docker images. is it? 1.04. There's 1.04 gigabytes from the base image. So not much that can be improved there. However, I noticed that the TGZ sources are in the image, so they're increasing bloat. So they're essentially bloat. Docker is a layered file system, so if you add contents in a layer, it will live with the image forever. Even if you delete it in a future layer. Actually, deleting it in a future layer makes the image slightly larger, since deletion is implemented via whiteout files. So I moved the source acquisition inside the layer where the pythons are installed, and this reduced the overhead disk usage pretty dramatically. Actually, what I want to do is I want to compare against this. Docker history, this? Is that how this works? Yeah, so we can see the layer size here. Interesting that we don't see the... Interesting that we don't see the sources. Oh, we do see them here. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Here's the Docker history from the current image, which is on Docker Hub. Note that the... Oh, you put a dot here. Note that the copy at the bottom is the copy sources slash that I removed, and this 133 megabytes lives with the image permanently. In my adjusted version, this is what those layers look like now. Should have included this in that as well. Grab that here. So I essentially reduced the image size by 133 megabytes. Sorry, I'm behind in chat. I'll catch up on chat in a sec. Improved size by not having TGZ in the image. I noticed the image size was a bit large, so I looked into why that is. There's 1 gigabyte from the base image, so not much that can be improved there. However, I noticed that the TGZ sources are in the image, so they're essentially bloated. Docker is a layered file system, so if you add contents in a layer, it'll live with the image forever, even if you delete it in a future layer. Actually, deleting it in a future layer makes the image slightly larger, since deletion is implemented via whiteout files. So I moved the source acquisition inside the layer where the pythons are installed, and this reduced the overhead disk usage pretty dramatically. Here's the Docker history from the current image on Docker Hub. Notice how the copy at the bottom is the copy sources that I removed, and this 133 megabytes lives with the image permanently. In my adjusted version, this is what those layers look like now, so I essentially reduced the image size by 133 megabytes. Cool. In my adjusted version. Boop! Okay, and now we'll catch up on chat. Talking about Digger. Machine you make. Frames didn't drop. Oh, I did drop some frames. I dropped 100 frames, which is like 3 seconds of video. It's actually pretty bad. Can't whisper to Anthony Wright's code, but yeah, I disabled whispers because otherwise the whispers would just show up here, which is fun. Oh no, Alt F4 said something. Yeah, I'm super behind. Let me catch up on chat. I'm 4 minutes behind on chat. The bot whispers only to Pokemon. Jesus Christ, Anthony, you put the entire documentation into that comment. Yeah, I mean, I figured I should let them know. I wonder if the base image has the same problem. It does have a lot of M statements. Look at all these unnecessary layers. Oh, it's a multi-stage build. That's kind of cool. But where is the giant gigabyte come from? So there's 200 megs here. 6 megs, 22, 120, 681 megs. Looks like it probably mostly comes from this. It's also possible that this overhead here is... oh no, that's yum install. I don't know. I don't know. Tony-chan, I remember I stumbled upon an annoying little issue. I have a class with an LRU cache decorated method. Sometimes I want to use the wrap method, but something like my method.doubleUnderWrapped is so annoying and unpractical. I would split it out to a separate function then, if you actually want to use that. But that, you know, is how you would do that. Hey, Greg Holmes says, ready to move the party of 11. Hey, Greg, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. What were you guys working on today? Let me give you a shout out real quick. Shout out to Greg Holmes. My viewers should check out their channel. Kimiko says, good job on acquisition. I would have given up. I see. Hey, what's up, Spid D? Hello, hello. Buddy Order says, not to dunk on you, but Python is like so 2015. I am not sure why you would say that. When Python is still the number 3 language in the world and only surpassed by C and Java, which I would, you know, if Python is 2015, I would say that Java is probably a little bit more ancient than that. And oddly enough, PHP is our growing language of choice here today. But I mean, you don't have to dunk on me. That's your opinion, man. Like, go for it. I'll let you believe that Python is only 2015. Hey, what's up, Kintio2? Thank you for the follow.
Like so 1580.
Juice. You're right. So 1580. And Greg Holmes, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I will catch up to chat and see what you were talking about and see what we got there. Are BTTV emotes enabled? Yes, some of them are enabled. Hey, what's up, Penker Panzer? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Imagine making a proper PR with explanations. Shaking my head. Yeah. The Jumping says, forget about this recent quote. You got to read this. The entire... oh, I saw that. The HTML5 supercomputer. Yeah, that shit's so good. That's so funny. Hey, what's up, Warrior3102? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. The Alta 4 says, are you ready to die tonight in Among Us, Anthony Redscode? Yeah, we're going to be playing Among Us at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time with a bunch of science and technology streamers, so that should be fun. Stop by for that. It'll be the second stream of today. I'm not streaming straight on through that. There's no way that I could stick around for that for too long. As the guy says, I was reading about multi-stage builds for shrinking / optimizing Docker images. Yeah, they're usually pretty good about doing that. Hey, what's up, JohnnyMan9? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Live coding is here. How's it going? Drop frames when you uploaded the PPA. Oh yeah, I was maybe saturating my bandwidth there. Although I was only uploading at 3 megabytes per second. Yeah, that would have saturated my uplink. So that makes sense. Before I forget, let me refresh this on Bionic, because I gotta do that as well. He's just trolling boomer languages. Yeah, there you go. Love PHP. You know, I wouldn't be where I was today if it weren't for PHP. PHP was one of the first programming languages that I learned, and yeah, I think it was very important for me becoming a programmer because of it. especially because of the documentation and the examples in the PHP docs. Like, they are exceptionally good. Very, very good. Panzer says, "Hi, I'm new here, and I have to learn Python for an exam. Which is the better way to start learning how it works?" I usually suggest learning syntax. I actually have a video about this. Explains... let's see, is that gonna get it? No video found. So let's started. Getting started with programming. Yeah, I would recommend watching that first video. I talk a little bit about my approach to learning programming languages as a beginner. But mostly for me, it's like learn the basics of the syntax and then build a project in it to get better familiarity. But yeah, that's my advice there. Gringham says, that was what, 2, 3, 4? I feel old. 16 to 18 years ago. Yeah, pretty much, right? Oh, I got my GPG key. I gotta do this fast, because otherwise it will expire this dialogue. Then we'll copy some unrelated text, and we might drop some more frames again as I do this upload. Hopefully not. We'll see, though. AcidUK says, my first IRC bot was in VB6. Ooh, some of my first code was in VB5. VB5 was gross. VB6 was gross, too. Juice says, true story, my ex was named Brian, and he made a lib for brainfuck called Brianfuck, and that was... But yeah, that was typo. That's amazing. IRC bots. So technically, this is an IRC bot to some extent. My Twitch bot. But yeah, IRC's not dead somehow. Vimera says, very important to understand what a language shouldn't be. Yeah, I think that's true as well. Like, I wouldn't use Python for high performance computing unless, I mean, I would maybe use pypy for that. PHP was the first open source repo I had commit rights to in the SVN days. Whoa. That's big deal, Polymathic Man. That's pretty cool. Tubrim says Mel Bulge is a nice starting language. I've never heard of it. Johnny Man says, do you work on open source full time? I want the answer to be yes. However, I'm currently just losing money while I work on a startup-y thing. I was laid off from my job at Lyft in April, and I've mostly been streaming and working on open source since then. But I don't make enough money from open source to be sustainable. But you know, if more people subscribed or or sponsored me on GitHub, like that would be potentially a way that I could make a living. But you know, currently I don't make enough money to continue doing this forever. But for now, it's fun, and it's kind of a nice, fun employment thing. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications, yeah. It was PHP 2 because I'm old. Ooh. Vast Python is just camouflage C. So pypy is not camouflage C. Pypy is actually, you know, a just-in-time compiled version of Python. So it's different. It's a little bit different. Hit the bell icon, says you're a nerd. Yeah. Ding that bell, guys. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Join the Discord. Yeah. Ridiculous. Okay, this uploaded? Cool. We checked one thing off my list, or two things off my list. We did another thing. Let's see, how far are we in? We're at the 2.5 hour point. Is it just me or is the music kind of loud? I feel like it's kind of loud. This song is always kind of loud. Maybe if we just skip to the next song, it'll be not so loud. But I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back. I'll see you guys in a sec. Oh wait, but before we go,
for food.
Before we go, AcidUK, thank you for the subscription. 3 months of September. Here's some money for food. Like I can afford food. I'm not worried about starving. It's just like how long I can continue to do what I want to do. But thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. I'm gonna actually go get water now. I'm back. Hello, hello. I decided we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and I'm gonna try and finish the zipapp stuff that I did for pre-commit and get that working. It's mostly working. I'll show you what I have so far and why I want to build this thing, and should be good. Speaking of water, Raid Shadow Legends is an incredible mobile game where that's funny. NordVPN! No, I'm not sponsored. This video is not sponsored. Yesterday's video was sponsored, but today we're not sponsored. Not at all. Life is a simulation where they throw ads at us for 80 years and study how we respond. It's true, Vimera. The Audible guys at least try to find something related to the video topic. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Because says, speaking of programming, do you sometimes find it harder to reach the interns? Items? Oh my god. My brain is broken. Do you sometimes find it harder to reach the items at the top shelf in your old age? Check out the new Reacher Grabber 2.0. Oh, I see. You're just being a fake ad. I see. I see. And Blanky says the chat overlay did a weird thing, like a tab for your command. This one?
Here's some money for
this
food.
One looks fine. Oh, do you mean in this one? This all looks fine. What am I looking at? This all looks fine, I think. Or is it further back in the output? I don't know. I'll look at the recording. Hey, what's up, Zalker? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The ads have radicalized me, guys. Yeah. Well, Jamie says Anthony streams this video. Well, it'll be on YouTube eventually. Berkmere says I had to sleep. How long did you spend fixing their tooling yesterday? I mean, I never got the Terraform working, and I don't know enough about Terraform to actually fix their Terraform code. So I ended up switching and just using Visual Studio Code to deploy, which I don't know. VS Code should not be a deploy tool, but that's an argument for a whole different day. But yeah. Superm says, I have to say, I dig internet historians' take on NordVPN ads, and I find it quite amazing that they keep paying for this shit. It's actually kind of amazing. It will be on YouTube. We call that a VOD. Well, in this channel, we call it a video. I don't know where you've been. Okay, but let me show you what I have so far and why it's not working. And the answer is that it's not working is due to Windows, as always. Git commit dash amend. What is patch.win32? Oh. Right. I remember. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I have this script right now that I wrote off screen because I was bored on Wednesday while I was waiting for the internet man to show up. Testing. Actually, it's a set of 3 scripts. Testing zipapp, these 4 things. So we're gonna look at each of them. So the first is a Docker file. I'm building this Docker file from, oh, I should show them the other tab. Dang it. Zipapp star. Okay, so the first is a Docker file. I am building a Docker file here such that I can build pre-commit using Python, an old enough Python, without a C compiler install. So I just installed Python 3, I don't install the dev packages, and I install VM so I can build a virtual environment. And in that virtual environment, I upgrade pips out of tools and wheel. I'm going to use this Docker image later to download all of the dependencies of pre-commit. I guess I should prefix this for like why I want to build a zip app. So a zip app is a zip file, and it turns out Python can execute zip files. Let me just show you a simple example of one. I go over this in a video, which I've just linked in the chat. Let's see, main.py. Let's just be a simple one that does print hello, hello world. We zip dash r out.zip dot, and then we run this with Python. So there's a zip file here. If we do python 3 out.zip, it will run the Python code that's in this zip file. And just to show you that this is not a Python script, it's actually zip. So there's actually, you know, it's a binary file. But Python knows how to run that. And I want to build one of these for pre-commit such that somebody can just plop the file down and run pre-commit without having to fuck around with virtual environments or any of that other stuff. Johnnyman says, question, why bother with virtual env in a Docker container? Can't you just pip install with no fear since you're in a container? Aha. You've activated my trap card. I have a video about this as well. You can check out this video here, but it's the same reason that I don't pip install globally on my machine. In that pip uninstalling and installing packages to your system can cause instability in tools that are part of your operating system that you know, run code in Python on your machine. So I like to keep all of my Python installations separate from whatever is on my system. But also, especially in this case, I don't want to install Python 3 pip because Debian does some weird patching to it, and it's a particularly old version of pip. And so a virtual env allows me to upgrade those without dealing with Debian's shenanigans. SurlyDev says, why would you want to run Python code from a zip? So the thing, especially with pre-commit in mind, pre-commit, though it is written in Python, it targets a whole bunch of different programming languages. So it's not necessarily, you know, it is a developer tool and it's very popular in Python, but it can be used without Python at all. And so having like a JavaScript or a Ruby or a Go developer try and futz around with installing Python in a particular way and installing pip packages or brew or any of that other stuff can be really complicated. And, you know, honestly, it's hard. People are not great about, you know, installing packages. And so by providing just like a standalone isolated zip package, it's really easy for them to just download this file and run it and go. But yeah. Hopefully that answers that. Kimiko says, ooh, not a beginner intermediate video. Yeah, I labeled this one an intermediate video. Tubrim says, I kind of want to PEX the whole environment because I'm too busy to install GCC on the host. Yeah, PEX is another alternative there, but PEX has binary specific, like you can deploy a PEX with an architecture. So you would build one for x86, you build one for x86-64, you would build one for Windows, you would build one for macOS, you would build one for each target that you target. But I'm trying to do a pure Python distribution here, so I have one zip file that can run on any of the operating systems that I support. Tubrim says, do you actually give a fuck if the Ubuntu userland breaks in Docker? Yeah, sometimes. It happens all the time. But and there's more stuff to the userland than just like the package suggestion tool. SUK says, see maketemp-d. That actually doesn't help me here because my host machine has a compiler toolchain installed, and with a compiler toolchain I will end up with binary packages, and I don't want those. That's the entire reason that I'm using Docker in the first place, is to avoid installing things that are linked against my system. So it should error in that case instead of, you know, giving me something that's broken. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Talenter? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. The Joel Mega says, I'm gonna go. See you. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you. Always good to have you come here and shit on Python. I do enjoy it as much as it seems like you're trolling me. But yeah. Voidress says, kind of a random question, but is 4-space indentation or 8-space indentation the convention for function parameters? You can do either. I prefer 8-space for the parameters because it differentiates from the body, but depending on the tool that you're using or the formatter or linter that you're using, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, there's probably one in this file. Yeah, so if they're in line, I just leave them in line, but if they're on another line, I indent them 2 spaces to make them more obviously differentiated from the actual function body here. But it doesn't actually matter, and the linter that I'm using doesn't care either way. I just usually manually do this myself. Oops. But thank you for the question, Void Rose. Transpile your code to Rust and compile it. Tubrum says it has an amazing amount of boilerplate just to unzip shared objects. Yeah, it's true, it's true. You made a temporary example for the example. Yeah, I also like to, you know that this is my temporary directory and not just some other thing splatting files here. Because I usually like to track down and fix leaky temp file stuff, but yeah. Tubrum says black indentation is the only indentation because otherwise Daddy Black hurts me. Yeah, I also don't use black, so that's another thing here. But anyway, this is the first part of this is this Docker file, just so I don't have a C compiler. We should not look at this next. We should look at the make script next. This is the script which builds the zipapp, and it does a couple of things. Let's start with the main function. The first thing is it builds the Docker image that we're going to download the dependencies in. Then I download all of the wheels in that package, or that Pregament depends on the particular version. Then I validate that there are no shared objects. I don't know how there would end up being a shared object, but I check it anyway, just looking for .so files. I add 2 files that also end up in the zipapp. One is this fake Python, which we'll get to in a minute, and main.py. This is the entry point of the zipapp. This is what Python runs when you execute the zipapp on the command line. I also need to do some file locking because there's some caching. Basically, the way my entry point works is this is going to extract all these wheels and then run a Python that has those on sys.path. And I need flocking in order to put them in that directory in a consistent way. So I actually copy in precommit's file lock.py to do that. The next part is I have a cache key. This is just a unique value that I write into this, and that will get used at runtime. And then I write out the zip file. Fortunately, Python has a little zipapp.create archive, which helps in making this work. Okay, so that's the maker script. This, I don't think we're going to need to change much here, but it's it's pretty straightforward. The next is the entry script. This has 2 goals. The first is to create the cache of all of the extracted wheels, and the second is to execute the Python that is customized in a simple way. Yeah, I'm using Podman, Johnny Man. Although it says Docker here, this is actually Podman. ls-l which Docker. So I have a symlink from Docker to userbin Podman. I recently have purged all of the Docker and Dockerd from my computer, which is pretty cool. Hey, what's up, I don't want gift sub. Hello, welcome back. But yeah, the first part of this is to ensure that the cache exists. So what I do is I open myself, which is to load the zip file that this file is stored in. And I read the cache key. This just tells me where I'm going to store the cache, and then we ensure that that cache is populated with this function up here. And what this does is it checks if that already exists. If it already exists, this is the fast path, so if it doesn't need to extract, it'll just do this. Otherwise, it will make a file lock in the home directory, and it will extract the zip contents into that cache directory. Zip file in Python is kind of slow and buggy and annoying, and it doesn't maintain file permissions, so you have to adjust the file permissions after the fact, which is kind of annoying, but I had to add this one little line beyond extracting everything. And I do a little trick with temporary directories here to do this in a race-free way, beyond the file lock, because if somebody interrupted the middle of this, I wouldn't want to partially populate this destination directory. So I do a little tempter creation, I extract into the tempter, I do all of the building work here, and then finally I rename to there. And if there's an exception here, then I delete the temporary directory and re-raise that. So this is kind of a pattern for, you know, handing off a temporary directory. Two Root says open yourself, zip file is shit. Yeah, zip file is kind of garbage. SDK says if you want to open yourself with, you'll need to implement entry and exit, kind of. Yeah. Two Root says Java has this figured out. Yeah, jars are essentially zip files. Computer says Align, but Anthony Wright's code has promised me 20% of his profits off his project, so all in all, it's been a good day. I did no such thing. Hey, what's up? KZ is me. I learned how to pronounce your name, buddy. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Hopefully you're doing well. For the longest time, I would say your name Kids Me, because that's just what my brain parts decided your name was. Okay, but yeah, this is the cache and string part, and then the last part of this is to execute this fake Python script. So it's a bootstrap the cache, and then execute fake Python. And what fake Python does is it what does it do? When it starts up, it sets sys.path to include all of the, or sorry, it strips site packages from sys.path. I'm actually planning to change this to use no site instead. Actually, no, I think I still need this because my callers aren't going to know to do note site. So I strip all the other site packages directories in an attempt to make it so other packages don't interfere with the pre-commit execution. I found that if you had two versions of virtualenv installed, sometimes this would crash in fun ways, so this is to attempt to mitigate that. And then the other thing I do is I append all of the wheels onto sys.path. This makes all the dependencies importable. And then finally, oh, I guess not finally, if it's pre-commit, I fake sys.executable to refer to itself so that, you know, pre-commit calls itself, and this will make it continue to use this same wheel bootstrap thing. And then finally, I execute the module that was specified by args.m. And if none of that is true, then we just re-exec this. This is not going to work on Windows. Yeah, that's not going to work on Windows, so I will have to fix that. That's fine. Tubrum says zip files, except they actually work and people actually use them. That's true, it's true. KZ says, not great, not terrible, much of the same as before. Just signed up for Hacktoberfest. Hopefully I can find something interesting to work on. Oh yeah, Hacktoberfest is coming up in a week, minus a day, so that'll be cool. Roller says, did you agree to pay Anthony Wright's code if there's a loss on the project? Profits I accept, no risk. I see. Fake Python. Fucking cake meme again. I thought the cake meme was dead, but I was wrong. It's back and in full force. Use what is this? Use literal block style instead of the folded one. It literally doesn't matter. First, regular expressions log comments, but if we use folded multi-line strings, then the comment will also comment out the remainder of the regular expression. Still looking at this, I guess the existing example works because it's because more indented lines have new lines preserved. I think this is an odd behavior, and since we're feeding the whole thing to a regular expression engine, we still may as well leave in the new lines. Sure, fuck it, I don't care. Seems fine. YAML sucks. I'm sorry. Ship it. Why did the button go wacky there? Cool, easy, done. Oh, there's another PR. How did I miss this PR? This is from yesterday. Look at this one as well. A little bit of a detour. Fix 518 provide enforceable option to check added large files. The enforceable option, when provided, ensures that all files passed in the command line are checked against the size limit. The default behavior remains unchanged. 3 changes. That's good. Limit strict files to those indicated as stage for addition by Git. Enforce all. Check all listed files, not just those staged for addition. Oh, they didn't do my little double indent here. Optional bool equals false. Well, that type is wrong. It should just be bool. So we do have to fix their PR a little bit, but otherwise this looks fine. We should still never check LFS files. Oh, this is not right. And these should be separate tests. Also Boolean trap. Okay, so there's a few things to fix here. Should I just fix them for them, or I'll give them a review that's helpful instead of fixing it for them. Optional bool means union bool none. You don't want optional here. Just bool. I would make this a keyword only argument to enforce that the calling construct is readable. Otherwise, this reads like a Boolean trap. This is the one that I usually link, yeah. Not a big deal, but I usually double indent parameters to differentiate them from the function body. But yeah, I know I don't have a formatter, so I wouldn't have mentioned this if I wasn't commenting on the PR for other reasons. This should still exclude LFS files. They aren't relevant to the repository size. Even with enforce all. Maybe mention not just staged files. Oh yes. It's the drop song, guys. Did I tay somewhere? Where did I do that? Where did I TEH? Did I HET? That's even worse. Oh, you're right. I did. Fixed. Thank you for that, chat. Have you seen Fritz's Tamil project? Yes, I have seen Tamil's early dev. It's pretty good. Zhao says, dumb question, but aren't they excluding LFS files by doing minus equals? This is for not enforce all. So this should be in dedented. Essentially. Do I have another one? Do I have THJE somewhere? THJ. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. But yeah, the minus equal is a set difference. It's just, it should happen unconditionally instead of conditionally. Which is what it did on the left-hand side. So you can see it unconditionally subtracted out here. Whatever. They're gonna make it into a named-only argument. These should be separate tests since they are validating different concerns. This shouldn't happen here. This will change as discussed above. I would test this in a separate test as well. Okay, cool. Let them fix that. My stomach is rumbling a lot. I am very hungry. Very, very hungry. Twoworm says, Anthony Satilli and the secret of elite one-liners. Kimiko says, just had an energy float drink. What does that mean? Like ice cream on top of an energy drink? So was that good? This is why I moved to Japan. What? What is an energy float drink? Basically diabetes and insomnia in one. That sounds disgusting. Mostly because I find energy drinks disgusting, but I don't know, root beer floats are fucking amazing, so maybe it's good? I don't know. Hey, what's up, Mark Boost? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Who says, I thought energy drinks and milk do not mix. I don't know. Comes in the sizes of Nan and Infinity. Energy drinks are the nice kind of disgusting. They just make my stomach turn. I just can't drink them. Probably because the like few times I've had energy drinks was in college while getting shit-faced. And it's possible that I just associate the smell of Monster with just like friends vomiting and disgusting, terrible alcohol. I don't know. It's like eating McDonald's, but you know it's disgusting, but expect it kind of disgusting. I see, that's fair, that's fair. Mark says, do you drink coffee? I actually don't really drink any caffeine at all. I've had coffee like 3 or 4 times in my life. I just don't like it. I will drink tea sometimes. But I like green tea and decaf tea, so I don't really drink caffeinated stuff. It used to synergize really poorly with my ADHD medicine when I took ADHD medicine. Now I'm just unmedicated and, you know, spend a lot of effort to try and stay sane. But yeah, it used to give me like a high, and then I would get a really terrible crash. And so I've tried to avoid caffeine as much as possible. But basically, it would basically just manifest like I would drink whatever root. I don't really drink pop all that much either, but I would drink like root beer that some of the root beer is caffeinated. So like I know A&W is not caffeinated, but Boots, there's some other caffeinated root beer, and I would accidentally drink that one and like have the terrible brain stuff. But yeah, I stopped drinking caffeine then and like haven't really gone back. I don't really need caffeine to function. Tubrum says, I associate milk with alcohol. That's a weird thing. Do you drink milk? I do drink milk. Indeed, indeed. Is milk your energy drink? No, I just water. Water's my energy drink. Terrible brain stuff sounds fun. It was not really fun. What's that ever-spinning wonder on the table? Ah, yes, this thing. You can get one of yourself as well. It is Bang Blue Ball. It's a little fidget toy. But yes, it spins. It spins. Which is the camera? This one. You can see it spins. It's kind of cool. And if I put it up on my Pokemon machine here, which has a GDPR notice taped into the middle of it, you can get a better view of it. But that's a little the fidget thing. But it's pretty good. I also have my capture card on my desk right now because it got fried. Not sponsored. I'm currently emailing back and forth with their warranty people to hopefully get a replaced capture card, but yeah. Jumpy Mess says, I gotta get a fidget thing to see if I can stop biting my nails. I see. I also have other fidget things, so like there's this fidget spinner right here, which is, it's unweighted, so it's like really, really satisfying spin. I have this fidget spinner, which is pretty normal. I also have the original Kickstarter fidget cube with, you know, the nice... I really like the Switch. The Switch is my favorite part. Also, the spinny ball, but you can also click it in. I don't know. I take fidgeting very seriously. Tuber says, I kind of assumed it's not sponsored once you said it's fried. Yeah. They do have a partner program, though, so it's possible that I could, you know, get a sponsorship out of something, but I don't know. That'd be nifty. Okay, what was I doing? What are all these tabs? Weather, overlays. We did that. Talked about that. We upgraded pypy. I wonder if I pushed that. Yeah, did that. That was earlier in the stream. Cool, I think we're all caught up. Kibika says, your ball can click in? What the fuck, I've been scammed? Yo, the ball click is so clutch. It's so good. Silly Death says, I have a Telerik branded fidget spinner which just satisfyingly spins for ages. Nice. Roller says, I have an attached fidget toy. I mean my beard. Nice. That's always good. Okay, but yeah, I talked about all these scripts. Let me show you it in action. So the first thing we do is we make this. I'm gonna make it with 271. We actually have to adjust this to make it work on Windows because 271 actually isn't compatible with Windows in this zipapp form. But yeah. Tuberm says hair is nice for fidgeting. Well, I've lost all of mine. How long is it, bonk? That's funny. But yeah, this is building everything from source to get me wheels. I would love a no-use wheel that just ignores binaries. Oh, actually, I wrote that. Yeah, let's use the faster version of this. Testing zipapp Docker file. We can install no many Linux. Many Linux. This is a package which changes how pip works. It's a little bit janky, and it's totally a workaround, but it's now the officially supported solution for this problem. Which I'm not particularly happy about, but there's not much I can do. Nope, that's the wrong file. We want the maker file. And we can remove the no binary command. And that should make this go much, much faster. Testing zipapp make 2.7.1. So this should download super speedy instead of having to build everything from source. Ow. Oh, I just hit my shin on my desk while trying to sit on my foot. No. Super says, cool story, bro. I have this issue where I can accidentally sit on mine. Oh, on your hair? Damn, that's really long hair. That's impressive. Yeah, look at how much faster that was. So much faster. And everything's already pre-wheeled. We really only need to wheel something for Pygamo. Okay, that's dope. But anyway, it generates this precommit-2.7.1.pyz, and we can run this, and it acts as if it is, you know, precommit run, and it works. Or at least it worked last time I looked at this. Yeah, cool. And if let's update one of these versions, or maybe we'll use an old version, just to show that it can build from source as well. Nope, apparently I have 250. Let's try 240. Nope, I have that one also. We'll try 230. I promise it's not just faking this. 2.3. There we go. So we can show that it installs stuff. Salt farming says, so fucking cool. Yeah, I'm actually pretty hyped about this. I think this will be pretty nice. An alternate way to install precommit without having to do other stuff here. Doomer says, you never know, maybe I'm just a little person. I mean, if you're sitting on your hair, either way, proportionally your hair is extremely long. Compared to, well, especially compared to my hair. So it says, my internet completely died. My internet's fine. I haven't dropped any frames since we did that upload. Hey, what's up, Umityala? Yaila? Welcome to the stream. Self Farming says, can you explain different Python versions in Path, please? Sure. Actually, I think I have a video about Path. The second one in that is what you want. What's the other one? I have another video about virtualenv as well. And 3 other videos found. Oof, that's not what it was. Hey, what's up, Salt Farming? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let me see what the other video is there. Explains. Apparently I talk about virtualenv a lot. Virtualenv. Oh, maybe it's in this one. Yeah, I talk about how virtualenv works in this one. So that's kind of how you can do that. Or those videos will kind of talk about all of those things, so you can check that out there. On my machine, I have a bunch of Pythons installed. So I have the default Python 3, I have the default Python 2.7. This Python 3 is 3.8 because I'm running Focal, but I also maintain forward ports and back ports of Python versions in a PPA called deadsnakes, and so I have other Pythons as well. So I have 3.6, I have 3.7, I have 3.8, of course, from Ubuntu. I also have 3.9, and I could install a nightly version of 3.10 as well. So I have a whole bunch of stuff there. Umichala says, thanks, how about you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a good stream so far. Oh no, Kimiko. Umichala says, I'm just wondering, how do they test software? What do you mean? Which bit of software? How do I test software? I usually use PyTest for most of my Python testing. But for other stuff, you know, sometimes it'll just be like a little smoke testing script. Some of it'll be manually testing. It really depends on what I'm trying to do. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Binary? Hello, hello. Those videos have been fun to watch. Well, I'm glad you guys like them. They're really easy for me to make them. But yeah. Dipsum Cart says, what are your thoughts on pipenv? You trolling me, buddy? I feel like you've been here to enough streams to know that I don't like pipenv. I find that pipenv is a little bit slow. It's not well maintained, and I think it's mostly unnecessary. I mostly just work with pip and virtualenv, and those are kind of the vanilla tools, and they work great for me. I don't really need pipenv or poetry or any of those other sorts of things. That said, if you're considering one of those environment management tools, poetry is much, much better. But again, like, I'm fine working with requirements.txt and pip and virtualenv directly. Hey, what's up, Metalstorm? RIP purple hair. It's true, it's true. We don't quite have the purple hair anymore. log -g purple. Oh, I never checked that in. Wonder if I still have the image on my desktop. I do. This was purple hair me. When it was shorter but long. Or I guess longer but short. But yeah, purple hair. Poetry delivery is slightly better, but I'm still not convinced. Yeah, that's essentially what I feel as well. Salt Farming says, what is the benefit of having so many versions? So I maintain a lot of open source software, and I have to target a lot of different versions because a lot of my users use different Python versions. So it's useful for me to have them all installed to be able to test on them. Oh, speaking of other versions, I also have pypy, pypy 3 and pypy installed. So these are other implementations of Python as well. But yeah, so lots of things. Yenadroid says, hey, what is the top feature in Python 3.9? So funny you say that. And actually I know the I know the command is broken for this one for some reason. But I did a video about my top 10 things that I like in Python 3.9, so you can check that out as well. But you know, spoilers, they're in the description. The things that I think are the most interesting are the new built-in generics, the dictionary merge operators, removes prefix and suffix, sys.standard error being line buffered. I go into details about these in the video, so this is just kind of like listing those all off. AST unparse, the replacement with the peg parser, as well as a cool new syntax, and I go over that new syntax. Double under file being an absolute path, that's pretty cool. And this one's not that cool, but it's something that I contributed to Python 3.9, so I figured I'd throw it in there. And decorators being any expression is kind of cool, although this breaks my text editor, and I actually talk about that in the video as well. And there's two new modules, Zone Info, which deals with time zones, which is, well, overdue. We'll put it that way. And GraphLib, which gives a way to use the topological sort that's been in Python for a while. But anyway, check out that video. It's one of my more popular ones, and I think the content is pretty decent. I'm pretty proud of this video. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Also, hi Yoda Droid, good to see you again. You've activated his trap card, yeah. Oh, Poetry screws with you on GitLab because it doesn't parse your deploy tokens. Oh, that's unfortunate. Choo Choo Guitar. That's a great name. I like that name. I would love to learn Python. I should. It's pretty easy to get started with. Just make it happen, I guess. Umachara says, I believe there is something like an interface for the Node versions. Doesn't Python have it too? What do you mean by interface? Like a way to switch between versions? And like a declared API version? I mean, Python kind of has that as well. Like, functions only get added in minor versions, or they're supposed to only get added in minor versions, but the typing module was kind of a little asterisk in that there, because they kind of screwed that up, but yeah. But yeah, Times are finally joining the standard lib to die there. You're right, Tube Worm. That is probably what's gonna happen. Mayor says, you remind me of Rodrigo de la Serna. Shame that you're using Python. What would you rather I use instead, Mar? Rodrigo de la Serna. Oh, I see. With the long hair? Kinda. I don't know. I feel like his face is a different shade than mine, but he does have blue eyes like I do. Is this the same guy? These look totally different. But I can kind of see it. I can kind of see a little bit of a resemblance there. Metalstorm says 3.9 fixed my fatal Python error. Segmentation fault, maybe. Scale of Justice says, do you use any tab complete while coding in Python? Well, my text editor doesn't yet support tab complete, so not really. I do use some tab complete in the terminal. Like this tab complete, but I don't use it in my text editor yet. I will do that eventually. Metalstorm says, pytest-s-p no warnings tests. Exited code with 11 sig-seg v. Oh no. What? That seems pretty bad. You can change versions really fast and easy with Node. Yeah, I change versions really easily with virtualenvs in Python. That's how I do it. And these too cool for cruise control. Wait, was there a all caps somewhere? What? Literally the same person. I didn't see you coding, but I really hope you are not a 4 spaces monster. I mean, Python is 4 spaces, so I'm of course using 4 spaces, but I don't know, it depends on what languages I'm using and what indentation I'll use. I do prefer 4 spaces though, but yeah. We should get rid of time zones. Everyone should use GMT. But doesn't GMT respond to daylight savings? Isn't UTC the preferred one? Sasha says come back and you're looking at selfies. Yeah. Well, somebody said want to see my purple hair, so. What text editor do you use? You can do Bang Editor and find out. It is a text editor that I wrote myself. Windows has a nice time zone map that highlights countries and shit. Then India got extremely butthurt because they didn't make the border with Pakistan pixel perfect and the map was removed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I'm at three and a half hours. Almost. What did I just change here? Pre-commit thing. To make this work on Windows. Okay, I can do that really quickly. I have this hack copy pasted in like 4 places now, which is great. Because the exec VP function exists on Windows, but it's completely bogus. It backgrounds your process and then immediately exits 0, which is complete garbage. But anyway, this is the fix for it. So, and there's 2 Python bugs that I'm avoiding here. So the first is that execvp is garbage on Windows. That's what this one is here. And then this is that subprocess.call does not handle Control-C in older versions than 3.7. So I have to do this as well. It's just annoying, but we can get rid of this to do now. But execvp works on POSIX, so we're good there. Hey, Choo Choo Guitar, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Vimera says, imagine being so smart you create your own text editor because other ones aren't worthy of your code. That's not why I did it, but I did it for some other reasons. But I don't know, I don't think creating a text editor is actually all that smart. I think that some of the stuff that I did for it was a little bit extra. But it was a good learning experience, and that was the main reason that I wanted to do it, so. Would I do it again? Probably not. But do I think it was beneficial? Yeah. You did it for the internet cool points, the best kind of currency. Imagine making it like usable. I use it every day. It's completely usable. Okay. But the problem with this zipapp is this doesn't work on Windows. So if I copy this to my shared directory, which there's a bunch of stuff in there that I should delete, like this test pair and these web creds and these creds and whatever outs.pyz is. That was me playing with this yesterday. And I can delete this screenshot as well. And why do I have sources.list there? I'm actually curious what this file contains. So hang on a sec while I look at the file. Oh, no, this is fine. This is what it contains. It's literally just a sources.list from Ubuntu. But I think I downloaded that in Windows and wanted to look at it in Linux. But anyway, let me switch over to Windows and VMs Ubuntu 2004 shared. So if we Python this, well, actually I wonder if I can just run this without that. You can, which is pretty cool. That's pretty dope. So you can just run this like an executable on Windows, and help works fine. But if we cd into some repository, which has, let's actually do this one instead. And delete this cache because I wanted to build from scratch and show you the actual bug here. And oh, that works. If we do run, this gets close to working, but then fails for weird reasons. So it can do most of the code here. P. Dicer says, agreed about the internet cool points, yeah. Hey, what's up, Doom Boomer? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Tubert says, I want S3, but I don't want to pay Bezos. So S3, the free tier, is pretty good. 4 shared is still a thing. I don't know what 4 shared is. Don't know what that is. Bitch, it says drunk coding stream. No, I'm actually kind of sober. I'm maybe just a little bit silly. But, okay, but this is the first error here. And this is because the shebang expands to Python 3 somewhere. Where? Yeah, this fake Python here, it expands out to Python 3. And so we're going to fix that. But that should be pretty easy to fix. Actually, I wonder if I can just use... No. Okay, well, let's fix that first path, the first patch here. And that is to do what? 132.patch. Oh no, did I delete that? Oh, it's patch.132. Thought I had lost that for a second. But what this does is it adjusts the shebang line on fake Python to be window, or to be Python, just like the string Python instead of Python. So let's do that as well. Yeah. Git apply patch.132. So this should make, so on Windows we grab this and we put it into the shebang. I actually do this same trick on oh, I wonder if I make this a pyz, that would work. Then I wouldn't need this trick. A pyz in a pyz. Let me see. Import subprocess dot call pre-commit dash 2.7.1.pyz dash help. Does this work? The system cannot find the file specified. Oh, right, because it's not at that directory. It's in EVMs Ubuntu 2004 shared / this. It's not a valid Win32 application. That's what I thought. So subprocessing in Python does not follow the Windows execution, which is annoying. It really should. Okay, so making a zipapp in a zipapp is not the solution. That's fine. But I think it works for batch files. Import subprocess.checkCall foo.bat. Oh, it doesn't work for batch files either? Oh, this idea might be dead then. I thought I could just make a batch file and it would work. I don't remember the actual problem here, to be honest. I forget what this is solving. Okay, let's fix this problem and see what it does. See where we get to next. Oh, I'm so far behind in chat. Michaela says you can try paying Bill Gates with Azure though. It's true, it's true. Tells me it's 12 months free. Oh, is S3 only 12 months free? Yes, free tier. Almost clicked the ad. I clicked the ad last time. Sorry, I just want to set this to always free. Glacier. Oh, this is API only, not storage. I guess S3 is not always free. Huh. Well, I don't know. It's so cheap that it might as well be free. Vimera says, somebody posted a site that will run commits on your behalf and beef up your GitHub contribution to your liking. Entry-level tech summed up. Yeah, I've seen that before. Juice is done with meetings! Wait, isn't it Saturday? Oh, today's Friday. Oh. Yay! Welcome back, Juice! Are we going to end before the Among Us stream? Yes, we're going to end before the Among Us stream. I'm not going to do a... What would that be? An 8-hour stream today? That's not happening. DynamoDB is always free and it's 25 gigs. Fuck it, files in Mongo. It's true, although you'll have to shard them because there's a max size on each Dynamo entry, but you can do that. Scale Justice says, what do you do to enforce type checking? I use mypy, and you can learn more about how I use mypy in this video. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Pie-Z and a Pie-Z. That's right, Kamiko. Can't you run command and give it a bash file? Yeah, I can, but I'm trying to substitute an executable with a different executable, unfortunately. S3 is literally the second thing before you started filtering. I see. Piggy Dyson says, who should I watch for the Among Us stream? I don't know, it's basically all of science and tech. That's good. No, I'm just kidding. There's a bunch of people in science and tech that are good that aren't playing. But it's gonna be me, Vapejuice Jordan, Mewtwo, Juicebox Hero, Delta 4 stream, CM Griffing I think is doing it too. Who else? Melky's gonna be there, I heard. Who else is gonna be there? a bunch of people. Juice says, yikes, Melky. I'm gonna watch Juicebox. Yeah, watch Juicebox Hero. Get Strager. Strager would be the most boring person to play with. Oh, I'm not the murderer. It's probably Juicebox Hero. I want to see Strager interacting with humans. Is that why you're saying that? Right. But no, I feel like we have a good set of personalities there. That's what makes this fun. Okay, so this should change that shebang so that it's no longer Python 3. So let's make this again. Make 2.7.1 and oh, that's 71. No. 2.7.1. I satisfied it says if you need one, I'm a science and technology streamer and available. I think we're full. I'm not sure though. I'm ready to watch Juicebox get extremely angry at Anthony. Are you ready for me to know when she lies? That's gonna be the best part. That's gonna be the best part. Stop gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping. How am I gatekeeping? We have a wait list. It's true. Ice cream soon then? Yeah. We'll have to get some ice cream then. Okay, so that should get us past Python 3 not existing. But it should give us a different error. It should now say not a valid Win32 application. And this is where I'm stuck, because subprocessors is not going to let me run a... Oh wait, why didn't it do the shebang thing right? No, this is right. Oh, this is from inside virtualenv. Yeah, so I need another patch for this, which is okay, let me get further into where I was doing this for. Make dir x unzip startup pyz. So this will make this wheel. I actually need to delete the pre-commit wheel here. Wheel slash pre-commit, because I have a newer version of this on master. Is this the one that has the fix? Nope, it doesn't. Git status, git diff patch.win. Oh. Whip win32 support. Okay, so I need to put a new pip wheel, a new wheel for pre-commit into this zipapp. You clipped me. Oh no. Invite the duck stream to play. That would be so funny. Hey, what's up, Fixer Jake? Hello, hello. Too worm. But yeah, if I CP this wheel, or we can just move because I don't really care about it. Stick it around into X wheels, and we rm out rm-f out dot iz. Just so this, when I rerun this command, it's repeatable. And then we CP that there. And so now if I run this instead, it should get a little bit further. Out.pyz. Why is it doing this? That seems wrong. Hey, what's up, Sad Dave? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Christian Minecraft server, what? Sup95WW says, I want to learn Python. What is the best way I can learn it? I have a video where I recommend my approach to getting started with programming. I talk about Python specifically in that one as well. So you can check that out as well. But that's usually my recommendation. So why is it still using -p here? What? Well, we can figure out why it's doing that by doing a breakpoint and then doing this again and then doing that again. Oh, I know why. Because I ran the wrong zipapp. Oh no, I ran the right zipapp. It didn't hit my breakpoint. Oh, I know why. I forgot to delete the cache in between. Yeah, so developing on this thing is very, very annoying. But I will show you eventually. I will get to a roadblock, and I need to fix that by putting an executable stub, which means I need to build a Windows app, which I don't know how I'm going to do that. Cross-compiled Windows executable entry. I basically just need an exe file that's just going to call Python. That. Damn you and your faster typing speeds. I also have stream delay on my to my advantage as well. Hey, Mara1337, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Okay, P version. So Python is none. It should be none. Okay, so we should be able to continue. This should do the virtual env thing next, I think. So it should get further. Bitch says, hey there, it's Code. I'm gonna attempt to hack my car tomorrow, so if I can open it with my phone instead of the key fob. Do you have any advice on RF/key fob tools? I do not have any advice there. That sounds pretty cool. I have no idea. Kipika says, Bang explains advanced sounds about right. We're gonna have our first advanced video later this week, so stick around for that. Actually, it looks like this is working. Why was this not working yesterday? Why did I need that extra exe that I don't know how I'm gonna do? Hey, what's up, Hazel GD? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Oh no. Do you mean intermediate advanced? No, this one's gonna be straight up titled advanced. God tier, yeah, that'll be the new advanced. Okay, this breakpoint is actually kind of annoying now, but hopefully we'll get through the rest of it. I wish there was like a continue all. I don't know if there is though. What is in the advanced video? I'm going to be talking about the things that make nametuple work, which is some weird exec stuff, building classes from scratch, and some dynamic properties. It's kind of a cool video. It's one of those videos where I'm like, yeah, this is wild. I don't know how somebody thought to do this, but it's a cool video. I need to edit it too because I screwed up the recording, but so you'll see an edit jump in the middle. Why is this working? This was not working before. Was it because I was in this directory? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Tesla's to unlock features without having to pay that come with the car. Oh, I see. I see. Hazel GD says, I felt really demotivated recently, and I'm really stuck. I'm not creative, so drawing's not my thing. My head hurts when I program despite being able to, and I don't know what to do. Oh no. Why is this working? Yeah, that's the worst question in computer science. Why is this working? I don't expect it to work. Pixie says, what is out.pyz? Have you made it yourself? Yes, this is a zipapp of pre-commit. I am trying to make a zipapp distributable that works on all the platforms. And there was some reason that this wasn't working before. I might find out why here soon. There's like a weird import error. Or it was the not a Windows executable error. One of those two errors, I forget which one. I should have written down what I was doing there. Imagine caring about Windows as a development for a platform for development. Yeah, I actually have a surprising number of Windows users at pre-commit, so I do support it, even though it is a royal pain in the butt to make it work. Hey, what's up, JB Pratt? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Azure's Windows instances are free, yo. Well, that was my desktop. Really? What the hell? Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that use Windows with pre-commit. Can we see those stats? Sure. I don't collect the stats myself, so it's mostly pypy stats. Peppy.tech. I think this one has it. The commit. You can see I'm getting close to 20 million downloads. I have 1.5 million downloads in a 30-day period, which is pretty dope. Oh, this is so cool. You can see when I released 2.7, and you can see the drop off of 2.6. It's weird that there are still some people lagging behind on that. What happens if we put in... Oh, this is 2.7 versus 2.7.1. Wait. Oh, 2.7 was only out for a very short period. I remember now. So this is people adopting 2.7.0 and then it hopefully falling to 0. People should not be using 2.7.0 because it's busted. But I wonder if I put 2.star in here. Interesting. What about 1.star? Ooh, a lot of people are still using the 1.x version. Sucks to be them. Anyway, you wanted to see the operating systems. Oh, that's not on this one. It must be on pypy stats. Not peppy.tech. There are 2 of these things. So Python version system. So you can see here that I get 1,500 Windows downloads a day on weekdays. It's lower on weekends. 1,000 on weekends. But that's significant enough to support it. Feel left out here as a Windows user. I use Windows. AWC actually Windows in the chat. Too bored. There is going to be .NET support for pre-commit soon though. RKJ was working on that. It's almost done. John Jelly IT says I'm a Windows dev. Yeah, I mean I also run Windows. Hey, what's up? Axel's here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I gotta see a few times here. It's crazy. 20 million downloads. Yeah, it's kind of taken off. And if it's like 1 million a month, like you can kind of imagine that it's exponential in growth. Let's see. Cavell says, hey, I was wondering, have you considered using a KVM hypervisor for your VM? Is there KVM hypervisors for Windows? I'm using Windows host, so I don't know that KVM is helpful there. You're gonna ignore this. This is MyPy failing to understand Linux specific stuff. I only run MyPy on... Wait, why did this just work? This was super not working before. Was it Babby that I was testing this on? Oh, I'm gonna have to do the continue thing again. Grown. But yeah, I don't know, Cavill. I have not considered KVM. Algebra97 says, what are you coding? I'm trying to get this thing to work on Windows. Which it seems like it is working. But I don't know why it's working. Because I don't think it should be working. Oh, maybe I left a comment for myself. Maybe past me was more clever than I'm giving past me credit for. Doesn't quite work on Windows yet. I probably need the shebang code. Oh, I didn't give myself the error message. Damn you, past me! Ugh. Yeah, but I fixed this one. I don't know what the problem was. Don't know what the problem was. But if you do bang today, you can learn more about what I'm working on. Have you tried WSL 2? I addressed that in my FAQ video. But but I can't use Windows Subsystem for Linux because it makes it so I can't use non-Linux virtual machines in VirtualBox because of the hypervisor, because of Hyper-V. So I don't use WSL2. Tuber says I also run Windows in a Linux VM the entire stream. I mean, this is Windows right here. Whoa, that looks cool inverted. That's kind of neat. Imagine if Anthony was being paid for pre-commit. That would be so dope if I got paid to work on pre-commit. That's what I want things to happen. Kevin says, missed the point, then I would require the other way around for you, but I've heard it's super effective. Oh, yeah. To have like a Linux host and use Windows as a VM. Yeah, there's just like a lot of stuff that I do on Windows that makes more sense in the setup that I have. How does one pay for pre-commit? I mean, you could sponsor me on GitHub. That's it. Or you could sub to the stream. Are those tests? These are linters and code formatters that are running. So like, you can think of them like tests. Yeah. Mara says, "Heart for doing open source. I'm glad you appreciate it. You should consider documenting your bugs better." I agree. Hey, Salt Farming, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. G says, "I smell smoke, but your AQI is good. Is your house burning down?" You have a video for every question. Best stream ever. Yeah, that's the great thing about when people ask questions on stream is I usually just turn them into videos. Scratch, Wiki, OS, no, not that one. Anthony explains ideas. Yeah, so I like write down ideas that people ask questions on stream, and then I usually record them several times a week. Hey, Salt Farming, thank you for gifting 3 subs. And Salt Farming, you're new to the stream. I'm not sure if you know this, but the gift subs, well, the gift subs trigger buttons. we get the stream gets a little bit spicier every time you gift a sub. But thank you for the gift subs. Welcome to Polymathic Man for 2 subs. Ideal Gas at 1 month a sub, and Josh Finney for also getting a sub there. Congratulations. Ideal Gas is. Are you in the stream? You've been around for a very, very long time. Roller says, if you only work on stream, there would be video documentation. I see. I think he's sponsored by Microsoft. No, I was sponsored by Microsoft yesterday, but not today. Ungageous says, have a bite of bits! 256 bits, appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Buttons! You're right. X-rated coding. Vermilion Day says, what are your thoughts on .NET Core? I really wish I could write more C#. I've not written C# in quite a long time. But I do really like C#. I really like that .NET Core is cross-platform now. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to writing more of it in the future. Mental Storage says, have you / should you / do you use pre-commit as a CI step, so not actually on commit, but in case people don't run it locally? The answer is yes. I am also working on a startup called precommit.ci, which will be a CI step for pre-commit. But it will be better than that because it will auto-fix your pull requests for you. But I currently run it using Azure pipelines, so you can see here, like, I don't know, Babby, for instance. I have some configuration, which is from my template repositories, which will run pre-commit whenever I do a PR or a commit or anything like that. And you can see that they run in CI here. So yeah, I do run pre-commit in CI, and there's documentation on precommit.com on running it in CI as well. So you can see, like, these are examples for all of the different platforms for, or not all of the different platforms, but some of the popular platforms for running pre-commit using GitHub Actions, or using GitHub Actions, using your CI platform. Hey, Vermilion Day, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yassine, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Tuberm says, I can't sponsor you on GitHub with cryptocurrency. Oh no. Yeah, I think they require normal payment platforms. Stop writing stuff in Python if you want to write C#. It's true. I would need to do that. But yeah. I'm very close to being able to launch an alpha version of pre-commit CI. I usually work on this on stream. Today I decided to do a open source stream instead to catch up on some of the stuff that I was working on. Oh, I remember what's broken. I remember what's broken. Let me get rid of this breakpoint. I remember what's broken. I remember what's broken. Wheel. And then move. And then RM. And then CP. Okay, I remember what's broken. I remember precisely what's broken. So this works fine. This works great. But if I gotta delete the cache again. I install it as a Git hook, then it doesn't work. Which, what's the point of a Git hooks framework if it doesn't work for Git hooks? Am I right? So if I do pre-commit install instead of run, install, and then I do git commit -m foo, I get this. This is one problem. Oh, I can fix this though. I can change the name of the executable to not be fake Python, but to be Python. Let me do that. Which means I need to do a full rebuild of this X directory. Testing, git move, testing, zipapp, fake Python to not fake Python. Testing, zipapp, entry. So we're just gonna call it Python now. Yeah. I think I'll rename this variable as well. So, did I get all the places where it says fake Python? No, I didn't. Okay, so this should rebuild that. 271, and then we'll have to redo that again. Metalstorm says, I'm TAing an enterprise sales application at the moment for a client with a team of 17 devs, but it's all React plus .NET Core. I wish it was Python. Oh, I see. Maybe it's easier to convince Windows devs to try Linux. I don't think so. Can we guess this? How much longer are you going to stream? I don't know. Probably like... well, we'll get to the point where I'm stuck here and then I'm going to stop streaming. So either like, it's somewhere between like 15 and 20 minutes probably. Okay, we need to do that. We need to re-wheel this. We need to move this. We need rm-f, and then we need to cp .pyz, and then we need to go over here and we need to delete the cache, and then we need to reinstall this. Recommend install, and then we need to get commit -m foo. Okay, and this is okay. We got stuck a lot faster than I expected. Okay. Let me push this up. Just so I don't forget about it, and I'm gonna write myself a note, because I failed to do that last time. Looks like a .bat isn't going to work either, so I should probably attempt to do this with a .exe. Sad face. And almost everything works, like out.pyz, run all files, works fine and dandy, but running from git commit does not work. Does not work on Windows. And I feel like that's kind of important. But dash F. So what dash F is doing here in this oh, this force push here? Yeah, because I did an amend. But the dash F up here, where is it? This one, the dash F up here. This says delete the file if it exists, but if it doesn't exist, don't produce an error. I could have also removed the dash F and put a semicolon here. That would have done the same thing. What time is the Among Us stream? The Among Us stream, it is at 6:30 p.m., so it'll be in 2.5 hours. So that'll be fun. We'll be playing some Ouija games. Big D energy with the dash F, yeah. Kamika says there's a relatively new but senior programmer streamer called this person if you're looking for raid suggestions. Okay, we're gonna raid that person then. Perfect. Hey, what's up, Ideal Guys? Hello, hello. You got a gifted sub. Okay. Leaked project structure. This is an open source project. There's nothing leaked about this. Let's read Strager and tell him he's boring. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, let me do my little spiel and then we'll send you guys off to another channel. My name is Anthony, and I have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. I upload educational videos and also previous streams, so check those out. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, but we're also doing a special stream this evening where I'm going to be playing Among Us with other science and tech streamers. So that should be fun. Tune in for that in 2.5 hours. Double stream today. But yeah, I announced my streams in 2 places. One of those is on Twitter, and that's twitter.com/codewithanthony. And the other is on Discord. I usually say, I feel like there's an icon missing here. Something's weird about this. But I usually say what I'm going to work on, and then hopefully I end up working on that. But I announce those in both places, and you're free to join the Discord. It is not a subs-only Discord. It is just plain old Dixord. And thank you for putting the links in the chat. I satisfied. Appreciate that. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and let's go raid that person.